Ender, thank you so much for the follow. I didn't get a chance to explain my alerts today. Okay, give me a minute. I just need to go grab a drink. Hello, everyone. Hello. Greetings, Arisen. There's a magnificent stream up ahead. It's even more magnificent up close. Hi, guys. So, for those of you who don't know, I'd also like to first thank a one-off. It better be. It's normally a 220. Are you at work? Fucking Brant. I ring Brant at work, by the way, chat. I ring him at work to be like, hey, do you want to play some RE5 on stream today? I need a one-off. And I couldn't think of anything. And at the last second, thanks to our lovely viewer, Ryu, suggested I should look around. And I did. And I went, I like Dragon's Dogma. I like Dragon's Dogma a lot. I'm restarting a playthrough Because I've never finished the game because I've had issues. I'll talk about those in a little bit, but first I'll go bang, turn my camera on. Hi. Worried that my shirt is like inside out. Is my light not coming through? Okay, we're good. Oh, that is way too... Hold on, let's make that yellow. That is way too red. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, hi guys. But yeah, today is not Mass Effect 3. And I'm sad to say that. Even though people have turned up. Hi guys. Let me know. let me just tell work you need me to stream. Sure. Yeah. Come on, we'll go play Resident Evil 5. So yeah, basically chat, today's going to be a short stream, starting at 3. I'm going to be ending around, I want to say 6 or something today. Mainly my reasoning behind this is, originally I planned to play Mass Effect 3 here. But Mass Effect streams have turned out to be very long. They've been very long streams. They've been like 6-hour pluses, whatever. Yeah, literally 6-hour plus streams, and I've been really enjoying it. What I really didn't want to do is, because I like to sit down and have, like, be fully, like, immersed and not have to think about, like, I have to think about work and stuff like that. I didn't want to be halfway through a mission. Like, let's say we ended the stream with the female Krogan, and the whole curing the genophage, which is a really important mission for Mass Effect as as the world building, lore, and as a series. Is a really important mission. I didn't want to have to go halfway through a mission on that scale, and then have to be like, oh, sorry guys, I got to stop because of work. Bye, and then just leave. Like, I like to stop stuff at a really decent stopping point. So I decided against playing Mass Effect 3 today because I am working at around 7. Obviously, I'll need to come off to get ready for that. So I needed a one-off, and I'll be honest, I didn't think anyone would time it, so I didn't know you were around today. I needed a co-op. I needed something co-op I could play. I needed... Oh, wow, that's loud. I needed something I could just sit, play, talk about a little bit, and just have a chat with you guys. And I'm like, not this. Dragon's Dogma. So I felt Dragon's Dogma might be right. I'm not heading out in a bit. Yeah, that's fair. But like I said, there was just a lot that was going on, and the worst thing is I can't stream tomorrow because I would have pushed it on till tomorrow instead and just done it tomorrow and had a big long stream. But I'm working. It's awkward working the 5 PMs when I normally start my streams around 4:30, 5 PM GMT. And that always sucks, so I'm like, I really want to sit and be immersed when I play Mass Effect. I really didn't... I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if I had to stray around little side stuff, because I know a bunch of the guys that normally watch Mass Effect in the community like to come around peak times for me, so 6 PM. So I decided against it, like I said. And then Dragon's Dogma felt like it could fit a nice little slot. I think... people like this game, people want to know what it's about who haven't played this game, and maybe they played stuff like Skyrim, etc. This was, I'll be honest, my replacement to Skyrim for a while. My only problem with this is the original 360 version I played, the original Dark Arisen version of the 360 version I played. Don't ever buy that version. I don't know why you would, considering there's loads of good alternatives on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC now. But that version has incredibly bad save corruption, and this game has one save file. So I lost like 30 hours of progress back in the day, so I've never actually finished this game. But I remember little bits. I've restarted this game maybe like 5 times. It's kind of nuts. And this will be like my 6th time. But it's been a while since I've restarted it. So we're going to do that again. I'm going to see. I did do the opening section last night, but I don't know if it saved it. So I'm going to hit load game and see if we end up at the character creator. And if we do, great. If we don't, oh well. No worries. Anyway, let's go. So yeah, I'm playing the Switch version. So if you guys have been interested in this game, you want to see a port of it. By the way, I'll also say that the Steam sale is still up. So you can still grab this game on cheap. But I will say the Switch version is really good as an alternative for sure. I've really enjoyed it. It runs pretty well. It still has a couple of frame drops. And it looks alright bumped up to a big TV. But like it's definitely better than the original ports. Well, the original versions, like on 360 and PS3. Definitely better than those. And it uses the texture quality of the new releases. So they kind of look the same apart from resolution, which is nice. Main menu. So yeah, I will not be playing in hard mode. And I'm also just playing on my wired Pro Controller thing today. I don't think there's any extra Joy-Con support, but all the old online features are still in there. I'll talk a little bit about those for those of you who don't know. Also, I'd like to thank Endertors. Thank you so much for the follow. I was having a laugh today, chat, so I'm going to show you guys this as we start today. I'm going to replay Endertors' follow because I didn't know what follow alerts to have because I'd not set them up. Obviously, I'm not going to use the Mass Effect ones. So I'm going to use some ones that I haven't used in a long time because I only used them for one stream, and that was the Bowser ones because it's the closest thing I have to Dragon. So this is what played earlier. I remember like trying to time that audio with when he jumps over the stupid like picture. It's so stupid. So it looks like the game doesn't save. So I guess we'll be playing the prologue again. It's not a big deal. It's stupid. Yeah. So originally when I played Chill Soul Day, God, this game's dark. So if it's too dark, I say, let there be light. Ba-ba. There we go. I don't know how dark that is for you guys. Let me know as well how the audio sounds. It should be okay, but we'll see. Oh my god, every time I change theme it fucks these.
We should hurry.
This little chat box up and I have to change it every goddamn time. It's so annoying. There we go. Stupid Twitch. There we go. No, not goblins arisen. No, they're not goblins, they're just kind of dead dudes. Where the fuck do we start off? I've never actually turned around. Where do we come from here? We just fly in. Look at that Dark Souls looking castle up there. So for those of you who don't know Dragon's Dogma at all, and you're wondering what the hell this game is, I think most of you do know it by now. Especially now with the sequel being announced. I feel like a resurgence happened, especially on the Capcom PC sale. This game's like £3.70. But remember the Capcom, the Steam sale does end in like maybe 4 hours. So get your last sales done if you need to. Also Dragon. Big Dragon. Like not even a minute in. He's also speaking to us. And he's really not happy. Get a good little set piece moment of him here. And these are proper dragons. This is a proper ass dragon. None of those janky dragons you see in Skyrim. Though, this game does have its own kind of jank. Also, thanks Solday for sorting those guys out, because I was not paying attention. Yeah, another thing for those of you who don't know what Dragon's Dogma is. These are pawns. Invoking the stone can gain you new allies. So effectively you summon pawns, yes. Someone's going to make a joke about that in the chat before, like, just as I've said the word pawn, or even before they even spawn. Dead goblins. Do you see it? The fucking red circle around the buttons. Oh, look, it's Safi Jiva. No, it's not Safi. It kind of is, though. Oh, shit, it's a Capcom game as well. Maybe it is Safi Jiva. That is funny. So we're going to summon our pawns from beyond the realm.
Ever ready to fight by the grace of your guidance, Arisen.
And these aren't like real people, they're almost like spirits with bodies, right? It's been a while since I've properly played it and looked into like lore stuff. Like I said, I've been touching the game a little bit since like people have gone back to it, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably play more of that. This is just the commands on the D-pad here. But yeah, I can't remember exactly what. When are we doing Safi? Wait, did I say that the other day? I didn't say that now. But yeah, basically, this, I don't know the best way to control it. It's a mix between a sort of like Western RPG similar to like any of the Bethesda Elder Scrolls games, mixed with a bit of DMC, bit of Devil May Cry mixed with, yeah, I guess I'd say character action over just DMC in general. Because obviously it doesn't have the crazy combo system like those games have. I always remember jumping over here. And yes, we will have a character creator soon, and I will be making it off a character from my original save, since I never like finished the game. But yeah, I have a light, which has a 3-hit combo, a heavy, which is normally a slow, maybe 1 or 2 hit. We're obviously playing the, I want to say just the gladiator / fighting class right now. There's loads of classes in this game, and I might be able to show 1 or 2 of them off today. But I do know some of them I think you have to unlock later into the game. It's like, do you want to be a mage? Do you want to be a mage archer? Do you want to be a strider, which is like your kind of ninja sort of like double daggers, dual wields class? Do you want to be two-handed? I can't remember which one that was called. There's a two-handed swordsman class, and I can't remember which one it is because I've never played it. That's not what you said. Oh, sorry, I misread the quote. That's my bad. No, not now. Bring fire. Hopefully the audio's all right. I have to turn it up on my end. It was quite quiet. Do I have a delay? Oh, I do. I do have a delay attack. Oh shit. Maybe it's more like DMC than I thought. Yeah. There is a delay. Okay. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. I don't know if there is for the Strider class. Oh, what is going on with the chat box? I thought I fixed that, and I guess I didn't. Sorry about that, chat. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, there's no timer on the message. It's because I've swapped it, but it hasn't changed for the default. Because I'm using it... Well, I'm using a very old, like, set of alerts. And when you save, like, templates and stuff, it saves to, like... It was just made old. I think when I added it, it was not a thing back then when I played Bowser's Fury. So it's just it's using whatever the default is, so I just had to change it there.
Now arisen, end it.
So as well, I have like a bunch of special abilities and skills if I hold, for me it's I hold R1 or RB on a 360 pad. Their screams chill the blood to ice. He said that's so laxed. I'm waiting for, how many times have they said Harpy? Harpy arisen. I don't think I've heard it as much.
Lure them down and strike.
So yeah, he's gonna effectively use a provoke right now, and those harpies are gonna fly after him. And if he's lucky, they'll be able to actually grab onto one and hold him for me. While our mage casts elemental magic on our weapons to give us fire element weapons, which is nice. And we'll see that happens a lot. Like, the NPCs and the pawns are really good at giving you what you need at the time. And sometimes they just give you random ones, and they're able to learn what the enemy's weak to later. And that will actually notify you with a voice line, which is... I love it so much. The pawn system is fantastic. Obviously, we're briefly seeing it now. We're going to go into more detail later in the game.
This way, sir.
When we get into customization and all that. Come on, Sir Pelote. I don't think I don't know what picking up anything in the prologue does. I don't think it does anything significant. Oh, that is my healer casting. Thank you, Morgana. Cheers. Only chiming because you know. Yeah, that's fair. You have shield moves with LB. I know, it's because I never play... I always played the Strider class, so having a shield's a bit weird to me. Because I have the provoke as well, like the shield clash thing. Let's see if I... Yeah, shield summons, there we go. I think that's this game's provoke. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, this kind of replaced my game. It was funny because I kind of wanted a game. Oh, that's not good. Is that sleep? Everyone asleep. Wow, I got everyone. It's Chimera. Oh. I thought this the other day. I thought this like last night and it did not do that. Right. Best feature in Dragon's Dogma. Let's climb on the big boy. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to focus that snake head. Gotta get rid of that. It was cool, last night I had like every single pawn on the snake, like on the snake's tail. Now obviously this is, we're in like tutorial, it's got tutorial boss syndrome. But it's, these later in the game are pretty damn rough. Even at slightly higher levels. Because Dragon's Dogma is not a cakewalk at any point. Also, for anyone looking at this going, it looks similar to kind of Monster Hunter. Kinda, it's more than you think. Oh, yeah, I should have instantly blocked there. Oh, oh, I got a parry. I think I got a perfect parry off there. So I heard the sound. Using disable. Oh, so they go. What an absolute champ. Oh, the camera changed. This enemy actually had 3 life bars, but tutorial boss, it kind of dies pretty easily. I love how you can block the raw. I think Strider only has the roll, because I don't have the roll right now. I don't think shield attacks are going to be any good against this guy. Get up. I don't know what he's doing. He's also got a couple of those debuffs on him. The goat's head's gone, hasn't it? Yeah, it definitely has. It's like all floppy. Oh, Jesus. Blow me back. My health's actually been okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, so I think that was mainly Soldier doing that. Shit. Nice. And that's first boss down, and the prologue done. Oh. Let's tell you what, that model holds up. It looks really good for how old this game is.
Now choose. Flee.
What are my hopes for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen 2? Sorry, Dragon's Dogma 2. Sorry, not Dark Arisen 2. There are literally some animations shared between Dogma and Monster Hunter. Well, yeah, because it's also because it's on MT Framework as well. Like, Capcom, obviously, this is Capcom's before RE Engine became the new next gen engine to use. Pretty much Capcom were on MT Framework for a long time, even all the way up to Monster Hunter World, I believe, was the last time they used MT Framework. I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter World still uses that, because they were able to move some. I wouldn't be surprised if there's Dragon's Dogma animations in Monster Hunter World that I've just not noticed. I really wouldn't be surprised. I'll be honest, I can't remember this cutscene, so I'm going to let it play out. And you know what? I'm going to cutscene then. It's cutscene rules. Oh, don't talk about my word face. Chat, let me know if you guys have played this game. Ender, have you played this at all? Also, Radical, hi. I did notice you. Radical, did you play this? I feel like everyone should try this at one. If they have any sort of interest, especially in like Elder Scrolls. I know a couple of people who have decided to move over to playing Dragon's Dogma a bit more. shit, how many harpies? Oh, music. I forgot how good the music in this game is. There's some like pinnacle moments that are really, really good. It's cool because as well, it's not like dragons are a threat. It's like in Dragon's Dogma, it's like the dragon is the threat. It's great. And then the game just hard kicks you to character creation, which has shown its age a little bit, but I think the character creator in this game is alright, actually. Now, I'm going to try my best to recreate a character from years ago, because like I said, I want to kind of obviously carry on this in my own time, so I'm not going to make a goofy character. I'm going to make a similar character to what I did back in the day. Right. Now, my female name, as it hard cuts to the keyboard. This is my female go-to name, chat. I don't know if we've done any playthrough where I've had like a proper character creator that's not been the Souls series. But yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, I did get sidetracked. Thank you. Oh, there's a lot. I think there's a couple of moments where like you have a lot of like clipping in the game, where you'll just clip through a tree bark like a full tree, and I always find that shit a bit weird. Like stuff just doesn't have collision, and I find that a little bit annoying. Because I don't know, it just breaks my immersion. So like I guess that would be better. Something a bit more expansive. Probably better ways to travel around the world, because Dragon's Dogma does have a bit of an issue with like its fast travel system. I'd assume a proper fast travel system in general, because the fast travel in this game requires items in the original game, though they did fix it for this launch, and they made that item infinite, because originally it was consumable. And it was a bit, oh yeah, it was a bit funky. So, that would be a good start off. Keep the character creator. You can, you know, probably have more voices, because we were talking about like how the voices are just kind of one or two voice actors with their pitch turned up, and it's a little bit obvious. So I'm trying to remember what model I used to base it off. It was something similar. Let me just have a look through here. There's a lot of powerful looking women here. Wait, can we actually see their outfits? View poses? Okay. The weird walk. The outfits look really cool on the right hand side. There's like a bunch of outfits that I'm like, I swear I've never seen these before. Slightly elfish looking woman. Barbarian woman. I think it may have been based off this model, and then I just edited the face. The face looks a bit too serious for my liking. I kind of like this. I kind of like this face, but I think I might change it a little bit more. That one's not too bad. I was looking at that one. I think the face isn't too bad on that. If you're going to be staring at it a lot, because these obviously the character's going to be in cutscenes a lot. And I don't know if Dragon's Dogma, you're able to change your character once you've made them. I don't think you can. But it's been a while. I think I went for Type 3 or 4. Type 4 is just Laura Bailey. Yeah. I don't mind Type 3. We'll go with that. Make more detailed edits. Here we go. Here we go. This is the meat. Right, I know which hair I went for. I also don't want character creator to be like too long. So I think I went with this and I made it like this like crimson-y red. Face shape. That's not a bad, hey, that's not a bad look. I kind of like that. Getting face shape is always weird in games, I feel. Like eyebrows. I also think eyebrows make such a difference. Me, Kai, and Carnivore were looking at the Dragon's Dogma Online classes. That's basically Savage Everset on the right. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean in the, like sort of template character? I didn't actually think about it, to be honest. I think Dragon's Dogma just needs a lot of, like 2, just needs a lot of quality of life stuff, really. I don't think it needs a dramatic change. More than one save file. Actually, I'll say that. At least, maybe... I don't want to stare it into my soul. 25's not too bad. Oh god, all these eyes are a bit funk. Okay. 25's not too bad. I don't know if they made... Actually, no, those are better. No, 31's actually better here. I don't know if they actually gave Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen more customizable options. They might have done. Oh, Angie. I don't mind it, though. Eyebrows are so big because they can make your character either look really angry all the time or really sad. Oh, Christ. Some eyebrows is better than no eyebrows game. No eyebrows is straight. See, look, now she looks sad. I don't want to permanently look sad through my adventure. But I also don't want to look like I'm permanently pissed off. Like this. Ugh. That's not bad. I feel they look a bit faded, though. That's a bit too bushy for my liking, though I didn't mind the expression on my face. That one's pretty good because it's like constant confusion. I kind of like the idea of walking around the world with a completely confused face. Yeah. Oh yeah, keep the pawn system. I mean, I would like to see what they originally planned to do, because originally the pawn system wasn't supposed to be pawns, was it? Yo! I love that he plays Bowser emotes! Yo, Prince! Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. Did you finish work?
PR1NCE0F Part 1S just subscribed.
I love how it can't say your full name. So it, like, tries its best. Text-to-speech really does try. That's not bad. I'm liking... Oh, 19's the one I've selected already. I kind of like that. I'm going to go with 14, actually. I know it looks a bit... I'm pissed off. But they look strong. Nose. My nose is... My snozzer is a little big. I don't mind it, though. Oh, no. That's actually look worse. That looks like it fits the face. I like how this default is, like, almost exactly what I want. Oh, this is where it's, like, big... Everyone with big fish lips. I like small mouth. Oh, God. Oh, nightmare fuel. Oh, like, oh, no, what's this? Don't know about this. 16 months, by the way, Prince of Parties. Holy shit. I don't know who the longest sub is right now. I'm really interested to check. Wait, Bowser? Why no wind is pushing me? Because we were supposed to play Mass Effect today. We decided to change a little bit at the last minute. Only because I have work later this evening. And I needed something I could sit down and put... What is this? What is this? Buff Wizard is the best? Oh god. Yeah, my friend made it. Hey, you know what? I look like a pouty anime girl. Oh wait, maybe that's too small. Does that look a bit too small, chat? What was that other one? I just had one earlier. That's not bad. 20. We'll go with 20. Ears, I'll be honest, barely see them. Edit body. Eyes, I want to change colour. I do look like a bit like a pouty teenager. We'll go with that. It's fine. Small. Oh, maybe that's too small. Hold on. Well, we see where my character from behind. Oh, small. Wait. Damn. Wait, that's just an ass meter. Oh, no, no, wait, no, it's not. I thought it was. Mid. We're going with mid. I don't want to be like... I think the slim in this is... Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, actually, the sliders in this game aren't too bad. And it's not this, like, weird... Oh. I could be a Twi'lek, I guess. Your character definitely has MCR posters in her bedroom. Oh, I'm gonna butcher your name, by the way, because I'm terrible at reading usernames. I actually know who you are, but is it Lubel? Lubel Bluebell. Blech. It's so hard to say. I'm so used to seeing it around, but not actually reading it aloud. Pouty kissy lips. I think I saw Buff Wizard once. Is there a tale I should know? Buff Wizard is, I think Cal's character on PlayStation 4. I think he's made him on 2 accounts. Skin colour? I think my skin colour is actually is fine. I can go a bit paler, I guess. Build. Whoa! What a tank! Oh, the arms are weird. It's like the body shape doesn't match the muscle mass. It's very weird. Big. Nah, we'll go that. Whatever the default was, that's fine. Torso. So these can change a fair bit. I kind of like 8, to be honest. Because you have stuff like this. And that's always weird. I think 8's too good. I don't like how the default's this good. The default just makes sense. Like, I always want to change the characters around a little bit more, but when it's already watch it, you know. If shit works, it works. No need to change it. Don't know what that actually does in difference to... Whatever. Legs. Oh, big badonkadonk. Yeah, why not? Slightly bigger legs. Imposing. Oh, yeah, it's this. Kind of like the normal. Imposing looks like you're weirdly leant back. Looks like you're screwing your back up. Timid just looks like makes you look like a zombie. Or like some sort of peasant. It's weird. Stance. Ladylike. Yeah, why not? There we go. I'm alright with this. I just need to change colours now. Colour adjustment. Oh, yeah, I gotta have the edgy eye scar. Where's that? Wait, can I have that on the other side, please? Oh, no, I want it on the right-hand side. No, that's fine. Yeah, edgy eye scar. Wrinkles. No. Anchor arms of it. Man, this game has a good editor to make some... It has a good editor to make some curse shit, but the defaults they give you are too good. Whoa. That's strong statement makeup, that. This makes me look like... Oh, I got MCR posters. This is MCR posters energy. Look at this. Big, thick eyeliner. Bit of, like... a lip something. Yeah, no, there's definitely lipstick on there. Whoa, yeah, that is a strong stance. That's like... That's the same, but not as strong, I guess. Oh, God. Now I'm summoning the devil. Now I'm, I guess, part of a tribe. I actually don't even hate that, weirdly enough. I actually don't mind those. I don't think I want them permanently, but... I don't know if it's too much makeup. Let's see. Right, my hair colour was originally this. Oh, yeah, I think it's too much with this hair. This is what I used to have. Makeup colour. Oh. No, it's always the thick black. No. We change. No makeup. Eye colour, green. Because it makes my eyes stand out. Or aqua blue. Ooh, kind of like that. Looks better with the red. Oh no, yeah, the green's almost too sharp. That's yellow. Yeah, I'll go with that. You know what? Don't mind this. Though I do look a bit sad. I think we'll go with this. Because like I said, I could be here for another like couple of hours. But yeah, actually, Tammy, you might know. Is there a way to change my character after I've made it? Or is it only the pawns? Yeah, we're in danger. What? We're in Danger Days MCR era. I don't know anything about My Chemical Romance apart from, I think, the Black Parade album. It's whatever I heard on the hair changer lets you change things. Thank you. I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. Does it let you change face? Ah, fuck it. We'll go with that. Name, build, voice. I've done all this, right? Good. Confirm. Yes, I'm ready to play the video game. That only took up most of the stream. I don't know what... Did I say My Little? I think I did, didn't I? I think I noticed that. She now listens to Florence of the Machine or Muse. Oh. Get out of my way, children. I'm coming. Ah, the beautiful little port of... I can't remember where this place is. We'll see. It'll probably give us a name drop. There we go. Oh, whoa. Oh, that's a funky smile there, Arisen.
Hear ye! The prophets have spoken, friends. The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honourable Duke's ranks and help us.
So, yeah, they've seen the dragon by now.
The day's come to lay down rod and reel and take up the sword.
We gotta get everyone to the army. You know, even those people who can't properly swing swords, but fuck them. As long as they do a bit of damage. Sacrifice the people for the good of the rich. Feels a bit like that. He's also kind of got that kind of voice.
It's the dragon!
It's the dragon! Everyone's like pantomime facing, like, ooh, oh no. Why would you run to the beach? Not run, just run. It's a cool shot though. So I don't have a proper voice. I have a Final Fantasy, like, emotes. Or just sounds. I'm pretty sure I don't have a voice at any point in the game. I just kind of go, oh, and do stuff like that. Hello. He's a big boy. Yeah. What worthy knights to have in the army. They drop their swords and peg it. Oh. Oh, a sword. Yoink. That's mine now. This is why I picked the determined eyebrows, chat. Hello. Okay, so first fight in the game. Kind of. Our first fight proper is... Dragon! And he's big. Such a baby compared to the stuff in Bitter Black Isle. So yeah, the Dark Arisen version that we're playing, chat, came like 2 years after the original launch. It was a 2-disc 360 game back in the day, and it added the like DLC Bitter Black Isle, which I believe you couldn't actually... It was Capcom doing their we need to get more money 360 era. So you had to buy a separate version of the game that I'm pretty sure did not have transferable saves back in the day. Also, this enemy's life bar is big. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 life bars. But if I whack its leg, yeah, I did big damage. I have big cojones. Yeah. absolutely bodied. Ah. Ah, 'tis but a flesh wound, says the dragon. Ooh. But you light the fire in my eyes, human. Would you make love to me on this romantic beach? This sunset. It's like Wooly putting the shades on after fighting Daigo. Oh, in English, sorry. Oh, Slippy can't translate his language, so we don't know. He can't show us his power level. Oh! No, no, don't touch me! No, not there! Ow. Okay, that's a bit more than... Hey, I need that. Okay, when I said you could take my heart on the beach, I didn't mean literally, dragon. Chill. Wait, I'm still... Oh, rough night. Oh, Jesus, my eyes rolled back. Numb. No. Well. Does this mean I can never get upset by bad relationships? Because there's some bad relationships you can have in this game. He's calling you a bitch. I sure showed him. I damn well did. I had Safi themed on the entire time. That's actually a good idea. Move child as an apocalypse to die in.
She's still alive.
Character creation is the best part of all games. Chat, what do you guys think has the best character creation? I think Phantasy Star 2 Online's is pretty strong. The anime characters, obviously, but it's really good. It is crazy how much you can put in it, especially for an MMO, which you think would limit you. Oh. Maybe I did really make love to him. He's definitely in my heart now. One hell of a first date, huh? Oh, jeez, what did I do last night? I might have drunk too much. I came home covered in blood. Oh. Clothes? I don't know what we were looking at there. Oh, I gotta take these bloody rags off. Gotta make sure that no one... Yeah, if I can do it while everyone's asleep. It's time for you to begin your journey as the Arisen, but before you can win your heart back from the dragon, you need to prepare. Yoink. Now, important time, which is actually less important than you think, because the good thing about Dragon's Dogma is now we're going to pick a class, or vocation as this game calls it. It determines our, you know, what we're going to use for like a couple of hours. Best thing about Dragon's Dogma is if you like this game and you're like, you know what, I'll pick it up for £3 on the Steam sale while it's still there, or pick it up on the Switch. I picked this up for like £8, and it is... I've had 3 copies of this game and never completed them. To be fair, like I said, one was because I had save corruption, and I was 30 hours in. But I did on the 360 version, the PS4 version, and the Switch version, because it's great. But one of the good things is you're never locked into you're only locked in to a vocation / class for the first few hours, if that. And when you make your way to Grand Soren, actually you probably do. I don't know if you can do it earlier than that because it's been a while. You can just change, and there's multiple classes you can unlock as well throughout your journey. So if you ever want to change back, you can, and that's what's awesome, because sometimes there's always a problem with, especially like older games, where you have to make this decision right at the beginning of the game, and you might not know what everything does. So yeah, Fighter is kind of what we played at the beginning. Sword and shield. It's a bit basic, but it's a good all-arounder for sure. I guess tank, you would also say, is kind of a tank, because we do have a provoke and stuff. Strider, which is the class I think a lot of people like playing, and I don't blame them because it's fantastic. It feels great. So this is dual daggers and bows. A lot of jumping and a lot of climbing. Speaking of Strider, Strider Prime. Wolves hunting packs arisen. Strider, I hope you're coming to the stream not being soaked to the bone. If so, please wash yourself off at the hyperlink button. Don't know where to go with that. But hi Strider, how's it going? I'm assuming you played Dragon's Dogma. They're like fire arisen. They're ill like fire arisen. Wait, we haven't got there yet. Mark of a good night out. New memories and a sick scar. That's pretty good. I didn't even think about the scar. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, the scar's pretty good. Being drenched in some not so mysterious liquids. Mysterious liquids are a concern. Oh, there's definitely goo in this game. Right. And a mage. Mages are weird in this game. They're a little bit slow. I hope mages get some improvements in Dragon's Dogma 2. I think the mage class needs looking at. I haven't played much of mage, but I think there's a lot of standing around and casting, which in this game is a little bit difficult because some of the enemies move fast and you take some big damage in this game, even if you're playing the other classes. I'm going to start off with Strider. It's also a good time to show it off on stream because it's great. But at least I got some new clothes. You can equip yourself with a primary and secondary weapon. Primary weapons such as swords and daggers are combat essentials. Secondary weapons like bows and shields offer support. How do you have an empty flask? You can fill it here. So yeah, empty flasks you can fill with water and oil and all that kinds of stuff. You fill it with oil, it can also fill your lantern, which we saw at the beginning of the game. So one thing I really like is caves in this game feel like fucking caves. Like you actually have to use lanterns. It's not that the game's bright enough that you could use one, but you don't need to. No, the games in this game, well, like caves in this game are actually dark. Oh, I've got 2 scars now.
The wound has closed, and it seems the worst has passed, but her heart lies silent.
Everyone has weird European accents in this game. It's like a very big mix.
You are sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already
Dragon
gone
curse.
mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this. I must go see to the others, Kina. Tell me if aught changes here.
All right.
So when you think about it, you kind of did save a lot of people in the village. Because not many got torched. And the dragon just kind of spent all the time robbing your heart. And then eating it and then fucking off. So, in a way, did alright for a guy in rags and grabbing a random sword off the ground. You gotta go? No worries, Tamits. Thanks for joining in, buddy. I was clumsy. Oh, I was clumsy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the lines, isn't it? Oh, I was clumsy. So for context, the pawn system that I talked about earlier, you can set your voice lines to be very deep and they're very funny. Especially when you have a character called Buff Wizard. And when they do stuff wrong, they say things like, oh, I'm clumsy. And it's very funny. Press plus to bring up the pause menu. You can check your attributes and full map. Alright, full map. Quest, information, and more. Strider Prime, what... Is it a stupid question to ask what class you've played? Or how many times you've played Dragon's Dogma?
You should be a
Hey, Queena.
I wish you would
Should go
not strain
Queena?
yourself
Queena? Don't know how to pronounce this.
so. I am worried for you, cuz.
Don't worry. Don't be too worried. Oh, cloth physics. I do, every time I go back to this version, I do realise I'm like, oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma, it's not the best looking game. Not all, but this version's even the Switch version's like way better looking than the original versions. Hey. Now we get it. Casadis. There we go. Yeah, Casadis. I am saying that right. Magic Archer and Mystic Knight. Oh, I heard Mystic Knight's an amazing class, but I never tried it out. Ooh. This music sounding... This music sounds like a weird mix of like FF14's music and Nia for some reason. I think it was the vocals for a sec. I don't know what got me. Bit Tales. I just feel a bit Tales with this kind of music, to be honest. Actually, to be fair, this whole area is actually giving me that that port in the port in near Gestalt / Replicant. Kind of reminds me of that place with that stupid fishing quest that needs to burn in hell. You know the one I'm on about, chat. Fucking hate that stupid thing. It's like, go fish here, but actually it's like fish, like, you know, 20 meters to the right in this cave. Fucking hate that quest. Oh man. Oh, one day I'll get back to maybe Gestalt or the remake / Japanese release. Right. Where do I have to head? Purchase equipment and useful items from the shops or wandering merchants you encounter on your travels. I love that. The like whole wandering merchant stuff and the wandering pawn system, which we'll see in a bit, is so cool. That just makes the game feel alive rather than the open world just feeling a bit empty. But it still feels like that, but like it's old now. Give it the benefit of the doubt. You can restore health and stamina and advance the passage of time at any inn or resting spot.
How's the day find you? Maker's greetings upon you.
Greetings, Pablos. So this is also our storage spot, so we can store all our items here. Similar to a Monster Hunter game, raise your affinity with people by giving them items or completing quests they asked you. Performing actions that people dislike will decrease their affinity for you. Yeah, so there is like a, I don't know if you can do a relationship sort of like bonding system with every NPC in the game. You have to correct me, chat, because I can't remember. It's been a while. Notice boards around Groundsys advertise quests, errands, and favours you can choose to undertake. Let's have a look. This will be like killing 10 bandits, defeating goblin, slaying 7 mice, and slaying rabbits because you're an absolute heartless bastard. Why would you do this? It also says he should be so lucky. No.
How's the day find you?
Mean.
Aye, plenty of village folk fled the dragon's wrath, and with peddlers.
But the one thing that's really good is
near empty.
They took a note from at least Oblivion's book, despite Oblivion only having like 5 voice actors. Most of the voice lines are voiced. Or most of the dialogue is voiced, sorry. Of course the voice lines are voiced. Tom. Durr. Now actually I think... No, hold on. If I access my box, withdraw. So these here... Okay, those are the ones that send you back to the DLC. Anything with DL is downloadable content. So those send you back to Bitter Black Isle, which is the DLC. We will not be doing that because that is apparently super hard. And I know that most people say you can only do it on New Game Plus. I don't even know what these are. The Jester Cap? Were these added in these ports? I don't even remember these. Tiara of Enlightenment? Robe of Enlightenment? Wavering Clock? When were these added? I don't remember these. The Lion's Spine. Sleeves of an Ancient Arisen. Part of the DLC? Oh, okay. Well, why don't I remember those at all? Oh, those are, yeah, because the DL next to them. Oh, it enhances those. Cool. Right, so I don't have the Rift Stones yet, do I? Just those. To Bit of Black Isle. Okay. Yeah, it probably takes a bit of gameplay to get them. Okay. Right, so I've accepted... It's pretty much one of those things where you just want to kind of accept everything. Because there's not really any sort of reason you shouldn't accept everything. It's Rook! From the void comes a handsome ranger man that looks kind of out of the Lord of the Rings-ish. He's got that ranger coat shit going on, the like cape thing. How? character looks disgusted that he just appeared.
That man you are speaking with, he's of the Pawn Legion.
He is?
They come from some unknown place. Just appear without
Oh, the
a
dialogue's really quiet in this game.
They're a strange lot. Not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the
They're literally like a spirit,
spark
kind of.
drives us. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as cells.
It's like they're almost linked to you, and without you, they just wouldn't exist.
There's an encampment west of the village where men
Goddamn hate Rook. You do hate Rook.
I'd wager
I remember.
a fair number of his
We'll be getting rid of Rook,
there
don't
as
worry.
well. Why don't you take him? Might be you learn all
I
of what
guess.
came to you in the first
So the game always gives you this. I wish the game gave you a randomly generated one. That would be so sick.
Before leaving, visit the store to make sure you've ample supplies.
Rook, you didn't even say hello. You just instantly... Oh my god, he's the biggest backseating gamer of all. Get in the well, Rook. Get the... Quick load will cause your stamina to deplete more quickly. Sell or discard. I am discarding him right now.
Suppose the well is sealed.
Dude, like, mid-throw, he looks at the, like, the barricade and goes, ooh, why is the well sealed? As he's, like, flying to the side. Oh, I love this game. Oh, some dumb bullshit. Okay, come on, asshole. Rook's a goofball. Okay, no, I actually don't need to go to the inn. I think our first shop's around here. I don't really have to do any shopping early game, do I, chat?
I only wish I hadn't.
I only wish I had more to offer than just buy more stuff. So I have, like, a bunch of, like, I guess, heals. Green Warish is our, like, herb, our basic herb in this game. Obviously that's our antidote. Mithrite. Oh god, they're all words that I'll struggle to pronounce on stream and then get exposed. Empty flasks. I do know I don't have to buy these because you can find them lying around. Some better weapons already can be nice. 1,000. Probably wouldn't be silly. Oh, wow, that's a big jump. You know, 600, we'll buy the short bow. Why not? Now, chat's going to tell me I can find one round the corner, and that I've just wasted my money. I think that's our tattered rags. Yeah, we don't want to put those on. Equip. So I also got to remember that I have weight as well. So this might be annoying to some. I do know if you don't like this kind of mechanic, you can patch it out of the PC version. But I'm set to very light right now. So it's just whatever you keep on you at the time. I don't think it's too bad, personally. The storage stuff is okay. The fact that the game now has a fast travel system does make that shit a lot easier. Because originally you didn't. And that made the game a little bit frustrating. Can I give that to him? Here you go, Rook. Oh, he can't use it. Right. It's alright. Well, let's just carry on. Because I think we're going to be getting way better stuff when we reach Grand Soren anyway. So yeah, effectively the pawns are going to give us little bits of dialogue throughout the entire thing. They'll react to so many different things in the world. And the really cool thing is they'll learn quests about you. Now, there'll be a mechanic that's actually related to the online system soon. But I'll talk about that when we get to it. The game has an autosave function. Yes. And you can manually save by pressing back. So this is what I mean by, like, stuff doesn't have collision. You can have... Whoa! Holy shit, Toya! Whoa, what's going... Yo, what's going on? I forgot it was Bowser stuff. Oh, it's Reynard, no! Hold on, chat, I've got to go save Reynard. Toya and chat, welcome to Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. If you guys don't know me, my name's TopTom924. We're actually doing Dragon's Dogma as a one-off today. I'm doing a slightly shorter stream. Tricks? Oh, I'm gonna butcher everyone's name, so I'm giving you a heads up. Toya, how's it going, buddy? Let's give you a bump, sir. What were you doing today, man? I think think you were playing Mary Skelter, but I can't remember if you finished that or not. So I've been busy, but let's have a look. Let's have a look. Was I right? Oh no, it was I was Mary Skelter or Celeste. Wait, you're still playing Celeste? I thought I caught you like when I was lurking finishing that. Or are you going for like 100%? Are you getting all those strawberries? If so, good luck, buddy. I've heard it's a rough time. Next turn, Chris. Zelte. Welcome, guys. And if you guys have played Dragon's Dogma before, let me know. I'm currently playing the Switch version, just to show it off. Also, since I'm playing a one-off, I'm currently playing through Mass Effect 3 at the moment, for the first time ever. I've been really enjoying it, but I've been putting so many hours into it that, since I have work later today, I didn't want to... I wanted to do a really long stream next time I play Mass Effect. So, yeah, Dragon's Dogma, I was like, I need to restart it again. And I was like, why don't I just do that on stream as a one-off today? So that's why we're doing that. If you guys wanted to see how it performs on Switch, it's pretty good. Oh, the Rook's having some tracking issues. And he got instantly bopped. But thank you so much, Toya, for that raid, buddy. That's really nice here. I'm trying... You're trying Deathless? Is there something, like... Do you get something for that? Or is that, like... Is it just, like, a self-challenge? Oh. I'm gonna pick up all this.
Hold on.
To receive the effects of curative magic, step within the area of healing light. Are you gonna do it on yourself there, Rook? This is why we don't like Rook, chat. Selfish. Oh, he picked up a small nut, though. He's doing... Ooh. That's a large nut. It's even larger up close. Is Reynard dead? Oops. I got attacked by other goblins and forgot about Reynard. So yeah, one of my favourite things about using like the Strider class is having the slight bit of airtime it gives you. As you take damage, you can rest it in, yeah, or use curatives. Giving pawns curatives to hold will allow them to use them at their own discretion. So it's basically saying they might use up all your items, so be careful. So I only have one skill, which is Scarlet Kisses, which is this crazy swinging wildly ability. If I keep mashing the button. The peddler is outmatched, shall we lend a hand? Problem. Didn't even know he could die? Oh no! You played PlayStation, Dragon's Dogma on PlayStation, on PlayStation. Which one? Do you play the original version? Milamba, the new releases of this have been pretty much a improvement across the board. Even playing the Switch version looks so much better than the old versions. You get a golden strawberry if you do an entire chapter deathless. Oh, right. Oh, I thought it was play the entire... I thought it was, you know, like... I don't know, did you play Doom 2016 at all, Toya? That game on its nightmare mode is go through the game, never die. If you die, start from the beginning of the game. I thought it was like that, but I'm assuming it's chapter based from what you just said. No, Dark Arisen, okay. I'm assuming you mean this version, like the newer versions, because Dark Arisen still came out on the old the old platforms. Hopefully no one had that problem that I had of losing 30 hours. I think me and Prince of Parties in the chat had to restart that game on the 360. Well, this game on the 360 maybe, I want to say 4 times. We had save corruption so bad on those original versions. These versions are all okay now, though. What do you think of this game so far? I've played a good, like, 20-30 hours back in the day. I love this game. This game, I went from... I think I just played it one time... I'm trying to remember. I think I played it at yours, Prince of Parties. Or I played the demo because you told me it was really decent. And then I went, oh my god, why have I been playing Skyrim all this time? And the game kind of replaced Skyrim for me. Like, almost permanently. I think the only time I went back to Skyrim was to play ports on the PC to do mod stuff for funsies. Agree. Oh, they're Grancis herbs, not the green warish or whatever they're called. But yeah, I love this game. I'm assuming you've also played this, Toya. I played it on PS4, but I played for it 3 times. Oh no, don't worry about it. If you've never seen me on stream before, I stumble on my words all the time. I'll be honest, I can't wait to get back to Mass Effect 3. The currently been put on hold, like, repeatedly, has been Spider-Man Miles Morales, which got voted by our chat as one of my next games to play. Though it is a shorter game, so probably won't last too long, as I won't be doing 100%. I'll be focusing mainly on story and a bit of side stuff here and there. But that'll probably be starting on Saturday. I'm going to see if I can get that sorted for Saturday this week, and then we'll be back to Mass Effect next week, hopefully, as well. I'm so excited to get back on Mass Effect. My my playthroughs for stream have been like 6-hour streams, and it's been kind of nutty. I'm sorry, but this is my quest. I have to kill the bunnies. Oh my god, I lost. It's really hard to see them. Oh. Oh, sorry, chat. Because they also make a little squealy noise. Why would the game do this to me? Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another. Oh, I got it. Wow.
Goblin!
Whoa, gee. This looks interesting. Goblin! Okay. Cheers, Rook. I'll be honest, Rook, you were facing the entirely opposite way when you gave me that warning. Amazing. Thanks, Rook. We'll be getting rid of Rook, chat. I'm sorry. We got good at speedrunning the start. Me and you had to play this start. I mean, I'm not speedrunning it right now, but I could if I wanted to. Do you have to take Rook with you, or can you go alone? I think you can actually go permanently alone. Oh, actually, no, I don't know. Because I think there is some stuff later in the game. I think you do have to have a pawn with you at all times. But thank you, Toya. It was really nice of you to raid today. I was like, I also needed to pick something because I was like, the guys who come in to watch Mass Effect, a lot of them have been super nice and they've been like hopping in. It's been great to talk to you guys about Mass Effect, but I know they come in later, so that's why I also decided to play something else a little bit for today. And I'm like, it's nice to just pick up a game and be able to just almost like shoot the shit, I guess, with your chat, and be able to kind of relax and play it. And I feel like this is one of those. It was either going to be that, or I was going to play this, which is Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, because that's been sat on my PS5 for ages and I've just not played it yet. That's the like farming simulator with a bit of like side-scrolling action. I've only played like about 5 or 10 minutes of it. It's good. Hello,
If you've aught to ask,
Sir
Jorg.
Jorg. Okay. I recognise so many of these voices now. I'm coming back to this game after hearing so many, like, just video game voice actors in general. I think there's a lot of famous people, well, a lot of people that are really famous now. Because, like, we already said Laura Bailey's already here. I'm gonna lurk, don't die. Ooh, no promises. This game's hard. Because of the scope of the systems, you have a pawn at all times unless they die and are forced away from you by certain moments. So you can't send them away. You can, well, no, you can send them away, but I think you have to send them away for another replacement pawn, I believe. Also, I don't know why my capture card's stuttering. The game is not as stuttery as it looks on stream right now. I don't know why it looks like that. Why is it being like that? Okay, I don't know why the stream started dropping frames for a second there. That was weird.
Can you hear our voice?
I can hear you. Crazy speaking rock.
From across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you.
The Pawn Legion.
Give this strange and impersonal greeting. This rift serves as a gate.
So this is going to explain it a bit.
To your world.
How's the dialogue? Laura's voice is girl A. I mean, you can kill them like I did. Wow. Why would you do that?
For they possess a will powerful enough to guide them.
Wow, I just realized my weapons are rusted pieces of shit. They're literally something you just got from a, almost like a war zone from 100 years ago. If you claim to be among the arisen, prove the strength of your resolve. Yes.
Very well. Then we shall guide you in your trial. If you
And my
are
trial is?
proof, this humble task will prove no obstacle.
The arisen must power.
the
Yeah.
stand against all threats, and the power to quell them.
Both in the industry and in the game.
Spirit of self-improvement.
What girl voice A?
Lead the legion.
Okay. Okay, it's not now. When is it? I know it's sometime. Select status from the pause menu and check your current. Okay. Oh, it's just telling me how I look at my stats and stuff. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably hit this. But yeah, one of my, like I was saying earlier, I just wish the game had more save files. The fact it only has one is crummy.
A riftstone. A strange power emanates from within.
Do I have to? No, do I have to use it straight away? Greetings, Rifster.
Alas, you have yet
Oh.
to prove the temper of your spirit. If you would prove your
Yeah, okay. Oh, is this when I have to go shoot all those things down at this little targeting range? Whoa. Whoa, you see that? I don't know why that's doing that. Okay. Oh, it might be outside. I keep forgetting which bit is which in the beginning. Oh, here it is. It's this bit. Ah, get out of my way! No, I can't help it, sir. My pathing is kind of rough. It's telling me to go this way, but you're in my way. What's going on outside? Let's have a look. Dangerous monsters lurk in the water. Tread there lightly, if at all. Water's bad, you can't swim in this game. You can touch water, but deep water will insta-kill you. Or at least, I think it might just respawn you, but it'll still do damage. He's a big boy! He's a big one-eyed boy! He gonna swing. He gonna shout. He's gonna, wow, yeah, let it all hang out. Hey, buddy. Time to use that mechanic, that climbing mechanic we talked about. Or, my new fancy bow. Got him. So I can use free-fold arrow and fire 3 at the same time, but it also uses my stamina meter. Big damage. And then when I use my stamina... Oh, I get hit by a goblin! Jesus! He comes in... Oh my god, I get bullied by goblins. And the camera's freaking out. And I died. Holy shit, that was quick. You saw nothing, chat? I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. Holy crap, I died so quickly. Prove your resolve by this weapon you find behind a bin arisen.
Prowling monsters about.
Holy crap. I ran out of stamina, got hit by a goblin, instantly got hit, and I died. Wowie. I mean, yeah, my weapons don't look too great. Okay, note to self. We're going to take a little bit more space. Because I didn't know there was 20 goblins that were just going to instantly go ham on me. Skip. I'm glad you guys are here. It's a shame you weren't useful. Oh, now he's going to come and say hello this time. Oh, I'm out of... No! No, goblin! No! Not the same thing! Rook, heal me! Heal me, Rook! Jesus Christ. I forgot how much damage everything does. Now, if I remember rightly, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen also added an easy mode. Because, yeah, this game's not a cakewalk. I believe Dark Arisen also added a hard mode and a speedrun mode. And I'm assuming speedrun mode just chops out all the cutscenes of the game. Really, like, early game generation-wise to have like speed running things. There we go. I mean, you tried, Rook. No, this is how it's done. Oh God! No, I don't want to attack its leg. Not when it's... Oh! Not when it's falling down. Rook? Rook, Rook, you having a problem there? You were like, attack its leg, but I'm going to crawl all over its face first. Oh wow, I didn't even get a chance to attack it as much in the eye. Oh, I must have jumped off. Look out below, timber! Oh, into the wall. It's an Ascian, chat. Goodbye, ominous hooded man.
I'll heal your wounds.
Wait, what? It just leaves the bones behind? That just kind of reminds me of Lost Planet. Lost Planet does that with its bigger monsters. It just looks like the bones just melt. Everything just melts off the bone. Thank you, sir.
Times are hard indeed.
You got that right.
Times are hard indeed.
Times are hard indeed.
What is it?
Oh, okay, they don't say the same line. Oh, everyone says times are hard indeed. He has the big fucking curse mark on his head. Do the others have that? Or are they just roaming Cyclopses? I think they are, aren't they? They don't have, like, the curse from that guy. I'm sorry, what? Oh, is that the Jester hat? Is this someone's pawn? It must be. So yeah, the coolest thing about the pawn system, in my eyes, is the online capability. What we'll see soon is we'll hit a creation system, similar to, pretty much exactly the same to our character creator, and you get to make your own. And then you can do stuff like this. And the coolest thing is, since they're all like weird online, they become online NPCs, which, if I talk to this lady actually, Kale, hello, you can see that she's level 31, and there's like a little like arrow. So basically what this is it's someone else's pawn, like online somewhere. And later on, I'll be able to say hello and hire them as extra party members. And I think that's awesome. So you can find some monstrosities. So, heads up. If you want a monstrosity character that someone's created for their actual, like, playthrough, you can hire that one. And the coolest thing is you can send them back to that player with either particular items or just rating how good their pawn is. Like Blood Bonded. There's a lot of cool stuff. Like, one of the coolest things I like is when you do a mission with someone else's pawn, or their pawn is like a higher level, you basically, if you do a mission that's new, the pawn will say at the end of the mission something along the lines of, "I've learnt what to do in this quest," which is normally the line they say. And if you send it back to the other player and they connect to the internet and it updates, that pawn will then give them tips to be like, oh, there's an ambush ahead arisen, which you wouldn't know otherwise. Which is, I think, is so awesome. That mechanic is so cool.
A Riftstone.
Or, obviously, you could hire someone's pawn who has done that quest in their playthrough, and they'll also give you hints and tips, and, you know, maybe there's a special item around the corner that you might miss, or, again, an ambush or something like that. Or a particular weakness that a particular boss may have.
With that, your trial is complete.
Thanks, Rock.
You are the arisen in truth, proven beyond any doubt. Now,
Did I do anything that special, really? Those knights did a pretty average job.
They shall serve you and you alone.
To share in your hardships and aid you in every endeavor. And cut to character creation. Now, speaking of Berserk, don't look for Casca. I will look for Casca. Set a look for your constant companion throughout the journey as arisen. Your main pawn. Right, now, my brain always goes to, since I'm female, I'll make a male to counter it. I'm probably gonna do that. and I'm tempted to call him what my Palamute is in Monster Hunter Rise. I'm really tempted to call him Reginald. But chat, do you want to see? Do we want duo girl squad, or do we want a male companion? What do we want? Let's have a look at the male defaults that we have, like the base ones they give us. Let's call him Reginald, just in case we go with that. I think this is how you spell it. Reginald. Oh, please tell me that's it. Please tell me we got a Reggie in here. I'll take Reggie. Ragnus. Randall. Randy. Randolph. Rig. Rig has a sick name. Rapukan. Oh, we don't have Reginald. Reginald's not here. I like Ricardo. Wait, we don't even got Reggie? His moniker's Ronald. I love Ronald. Oops, all lesbians, let's go, men's. Wow, we're putting that in the Twitch chat. What? Reginalda? Are you serious? Buff lady's kind of cool. Oh, tempting, chat, tempting. Reginald. Wait. Oh, it deletes it. Boo. Reginalda. Ronald. Why does it say Ronald? Okay, there's like nothing like this. I like how Rockman is in there. That's cool. Ah, some Capcom sneaking in there. I like that. I've never seen that before. Randolph. So where is the buff woman? Oh, she's pretty buff. She's pretty buff. It's fine. If it was the opposite, full ban, no refund. That's a cool outfit. Oh, that's... Whoa. No, not tiny buff woman. That's pretty hype. Look at this. I like that. I think this is a good base. Oh no, she has to have a lower voice than this. Oh, Can you hear that, chat? I'll go with that voice for the entire game. I love Tess' voice. That's a lot higher than I thought it would be. Oh god, no, she sounds tiny. Oh, it's just Laura Bailey's voice, but pitched down. Sounds a bit weird. Too high. Too... No, type 10. Yeah, I think type 10 works. She's so squeaky. I think type 10's pretty good. I can't believe you're changing it. What happened to Reginald? I can't believe it, chat. I said I wasn't going to let chat influence my decision of porn. It's too dangerous. Ooh, this is going to be hard, though. Oh, woman with dreads. That could be pretty sick. It's very different. It's very different to what I'd normally pick. Ooh. Ooh, I kind of like that. I think the face, like, goes pretty well. Oh, it's reminding me of another character, but it's not. Oh, it's just not. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think. Let's have a look. What else can we give? I do like how the game just allows you to have any hairstyle that the game gives you. Do you want what would be normally associated with a male hairstyle? Or body type 2. Let's say that. You just do whatever. And I love that. I kind of like this. I'm feeling this. The Leon S. Kennedy hair, though. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the strong ponytail vibe. Oh, okay. That looks like one of those dark elves from, like Oblivion. Specifically Oblivion. What is this? What is this face? What is this chiseled jawline? That's not a face, that's just chiseled jawline. Oh, it's looking a little... Everyone's looking a little funky. Oh, that's not bad. Phase 5 is pretty good. That's too small. Like, I think that default face is actually really good. What is that? 37? What were we looking at before? 5. 5's not too bad. Do you think that's pretty good, chat? The ponytail is cool. Classic AD&D. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons elves? Yeah, probably. That it feels a bit more. So 37 has like a bit more like puffy cheeks going on. Oh, that's not bad. No, 39 actually. Yeah, let's go with that. Because that's like a mix of both. And see, the bigger lips actually works on this character. Oh, wow. Okay, eyes. Well, they're not bad. 31's not bad. What did we have previously? That makes me look really tired. Press the wrong buttons here, chat. Yeah, if you see a number that I flick over, chat, if you say the number in chat, I'll go back and have a look at it. Oh, I kind of like that, actually. Yeah, they slightly curl upwards. I really like that. I think the spacing's a bit odd. I think I need to, like, change... Can I change the spacing? Is there a way to do it? Shit, there was all these... Oh, there was loads of options I missed. Oh, there was loads of options I missed. I thought you could do this. I just didn't know where the menu was. What did I have? What was that other one I looked at? 31. Yeah, actually I prefer that. Vertical position. Yeah, mid. Because otherwise it starts to look a bit odd. Ooh. Ooh, we could give her green eyes. What's a powerful, like, colour? Oh, kind of like that. We'll have to see what her hair becomes. Oh, I can alternate my eye colours. Oh, shite. I didn't know I could do that. No! Like, I'm finding that out now. Oh, this is where angry eyebrows can be pretty good. That's alright. Well, enjoy Monster Hunter Rise, Jeff. I'm assuming you're playing the DLC. Oh yeah, complete confusion. The raised eyebrow. Oh, I kind of like the raised eyebrow. I like it on my pawn more than I like it on, more than I like it on myself. Was it 35 before or not? Brow colour? Oh, actually, I could make those stand out. Does that look pretty... No, I think I... Does that look angry enough? I don't think it does. I think it's my eyes now. Oh, I was on 39 before. think 39 is actually a little bit more angy. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. The sharp. Yeah, we'll go with that. Nose is... kind of like the nose. Actually, that's a little bit better. No, wait. Nose is a weird one. The top bit of the nose looks odd to me. That looks like it blends with the face better. Oh yeah, no, none of those. Kind of like the big nose. I think we'll go with that. Can I change anything here? Vertical position? That actually looks better. Yeah, okay, you know what? I've kind of fixed the problem. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, mouth. This is where it can get a little bit... oh, no! Oh, that's creepy. Oh, no, now she just looks permanently... she's got permanent sulk on. That mouth's too good. That mouth is way too good. Vertical positioning of it could be higher. Yeah, it's not too bad. This is looking too much like the default, but it's working, so I'm going with the flow. Right, ears can look a bit weird. Do I want to give her elf ears? Or is that taking away from the power? No, it betrayed me. Why? What's up with Monster Hunter Rise? Forward? Ooh. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know you could do that. I think normally is just because I'm worried it'll look too odd. Right, okay. Height. And yeah, you know what? Ooh. Oh, that's... no, that's too... oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now she's a goblin arisen. That's ridiculous. Wow. That's cool. The makeup looks strange. Oh, no. I want to make a blue. That's very odd. That's like permanent sunburn. You know what? I kind of want to make a, like... kind of like that. Oh, actually, I don't mind. I think obviously I'm going to change the hair colour here, chat, but I'm actually not... I'm kind of liking this look. Change the skin colour? Wait, that looks like grey, but it's coming out... I don't know why that shows, like, the same grey 5 times. Let's put... yeah, let's go with that. Kinda like that. Build. Bulk. Oh, wow, no. See, that's too much. I think that's too much. I think the textures look a bit odd. Yes. Muscly and busty. Not going to be mad at me for that, chat, right? Oh, that looks odd. No, I think 10 actually might be the best one here. Yeah, yeah, that looks great. Nah, 10's too good. Arms? Oh, these are the ones with cuts and scrapes on them. Oh, you can't change them? Is that just locked to the character model? Odd. That's stronger. Wait, hold on. What is the slight difference here? Are we making the legs longer? Yeah, that's a bit better. Stance. Macho stance, yeah. Posture, imposing. Yeah, a little bit. Oh no, the lean back's too much. Nah, keep it on default. Okay, we're good with that. Scars. Oh, that's what this is. Right. Ooh, what are we going with it here? Lubel, I feel like you've got some pretty good ideas. Chat, how you feeling? What do we want? Do we want big-ass, obvious face scar? Do we like the arm? Do we like the arm scars? Oh, there it is. That's it there. The big boy. Right across the face. You know what? I kind of like this because this is the opposite eye to my character. That's pretty good. Do we like that? The opposite scar? Like on the opposite eye? Kind of like that. I think it works well. Wrinkles. Urgh. Oh, I could have her old and wise. Oh, you know what? I actually don't mind that. That little bit. I don't know. We still look a little bit older. I kind of like that. Makeup. I don't want too much. Oh! No, not the grey blush. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't want grey. What is going on with these colours? I do not want that. I sent you my pawn? What? Oh, cool. Is it the same base model? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Oh, that's the PS4 version, right. Nah, that's cool. Oh, wait. I can actually do one of these cool things. Yeah, wait. Hold on. What can I do with this here? Wrinkles. You know what? We can put it back to that a second. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. Because the... Okay, that looks alright. Colour adjustment. Right. Hair colour, mainly. What am I going to go with? I think a darker brown just looks better here. I don't think anything bright, because I think it'll just look off. Though, you know what? White looks pretty sick. Oh, it's giving me Sakura vibes from Danganronpa. Oh, bagel juice. No, I hate that. Chat, are we feeling white here? Like a bit of white on grey? I kind of like that. That's not bad. Oh, I actually really like that. How are we feeling with that? Is that good? Is that good, chat? I'm kind of liking this look. Yeah! Yeah, you're right. Oh, Bran, actually nail on the head. Yeah, very Gerudo. Very Gerudo. Try orange. Yeah. Yeah, very Gerudo. I think that's what I was trying to go... Well, it's not what I was trying to go for, but... I think that was what it was reminding me of. Yeah, very Gerudo. I like that. I didn't intend for that to happen. I might go with this colour. It's a bit of grey, it's a bit of white. It's this in between. I think it looks pretty good. I almost want to come up with a different name for her. Ooh, chat, can you think of a good name? That's not Reginalda. I need a good... Who can pick up a good D&D name? Slurry Bell, you play D&D. Guys, you can think of a good D&D name here. Oh, wait, I could call her... Oh, I could actually call her one of my D&D character names. I just thought about that. Regina. Regina? Yeah, it's not... Yeah, that works. That works. I mean, to be fair, the game gives you a lot of name choices. Ronald. That doesn't have many R's, to be honest. Yeah, like I don't have any sort of reg here. Yeah, I've got like nothing here now. That's like representative. Rita, I guess. Yeah, why not? You know what? I think I'm good. I think I've spent enough time on this. They never said character creator was easy. This will be the form of your main pawn. Yes. You'll be asked a few questions. Ooh, I forgot about this. So now this determines your inclination. So this, you answer a bunch of questions and it basically changes your pawn's personality. I forgot about this. When faced with danger, which trait would you value in a follower? An iron will, quick thinking, careful preparation, the charisma to lead others. Quick thinking. While in battle, which strategy would you prefer your follower to employ? Rescue comrades in danger. Now, Master, strike the final blow! I like quickly after them. As a ruler, which gift would please you the most? Oh, I like that. A brave and just hero to succeed you, the perfect spouse. Oh, but I want them to be on the same line. So I guess spouse would actually be better here. I want them to be a bro. I don't want to feel like I'm better than them. Mitigator. Nexus, Guardian. That turns up Guardian. Ah, I see, that turns up the Guardian, so we'll go with that. Oh shit. Fighter. Hell yeah. A mage would make sense. But I think we're going to third party a mage. That took a while, sorry chat. That took a long ass time. I appreciate anyone who's stirred around and decided to lurk. Again, thank you so much, Toya, for that raid, buddy. I wish I could raid you sometime. You always stream earlier than I do. Hey. Oh, this is not how I expected it to turn out. Go away, Rook. Can we get rid of Rook now?
To you, Arisen. From this day, the Legion's men called pawns live and die by your command.
Thank you. Oh, I'm a tiny girl. I'm tiny compared to these two. Yeah, music. Good shit. Right. Our pawn's gonna have a little bit of a taster session soon. Regina, how's it going? Oh god, look at all these other pawns. A pawn status can be determined by its icons. It means the pawn is online. Is a friend's pawn. Is a pawn you've enlisted in the past. She's level... Oh god, it's nano. Oh god, yeah. So RC chat is like the currency you use. I think it's Rift coins or something. And basically, anything that's not a friend from your friends list.
Ah,
Hello.
and his pawn, is it?
Yes. So burn. Basically, if a pawn is in your friends list, like so let's say for instance Prince of Parties, I can now hire their pawn for free. If they're a completely random pawn from any other player that's not on your friends list, it does cost RC.
You'll be quite the force.
Some are quite cheap though.
Today you learn to fight as one.
Obviously, the more powerful they are, the more RC they cost, because otherwise they'll be overpowered and be able to power you through the game.
Mind you, that is a skill better honed in practice than in the heat of mortal combat. I can help in that regard, should you wish it.
Maybe? Oh, he warps me, I guess. Options. Wait, the voices are up to 100. My god. Okay, that's not going to change very much. I wanted the voices to be a bit louder. Jeez, that takes a while to save. Okay.
The men of the enlistment corps never turn away the eager. We are ready.
Okay, do I need to do the training?
As you will.
Do I always have to do the training? Or can I skip this? Jeff, can you skip this? When you accepted multiple quests at once, you may set one as your priority quest. Doing so will make all people, places, and things relevant to the priority quest appear prominently on and the quest will appear prominently on your minimap. There we go. Pawns in your party will also offer advice for the priority quest more often than other quests in your log. Reclaim the roads. Completed quests. It just says reclaim the roads. I'm assuming I actually have to do the training. I didn't think you could. Think you could just talk to the merc? Do I have to load out of this area? Oh, that's a separate area it loads in. Weird.
Will be easier going, searching in this area now. What
Oh no!
this place holds?
Oh, her voice sounds really funky. Hello.
Too many possessions can be more a hindrance than a help.
It's clearly just someone's voice pitched down. That's why it sounds so very, very strange. Where's the merc? Oh, there she is. Yeah. What's up, Mercedes?
I lead the men of the enlistment corps.
Oh, yeah, she's French.
They say you hold dominion over the pawns. I've ordered
I think.
to take up swords and fight myself. But they are a clumsy lot.
Yeah, she's definitely French.
This world as you do, though. Nor make traveling companions of them. What manner of magic?
Who else has been French in another game we just played recently? Oh, oh, it's the lady from Mass Effect, that doctor.
Well, it matters not. The dragon is come. I'll welcome any help, be it pawn, artisan, farmer, or fishwife. Make use of the encampment.
Rest.
As you will.
Yep. And then we get a cool little, like, almost like JRPG music chime. Oh no! That doesn't sound good. Regina, what are you doing? Oh, all the guards being really useful guards again, running away from the problem. Snake! But not one snake. Or not any ordinary snake. It's a big fuck off snake. What's worse than one snake? Two snakes. Or three or four snakes. Also, everyone's a runaway, so just fight it. Oh, look at them all go. Bye. Oh, wait. Oh, some of them are staying. Some of them are being champs. Oh, this has a lot. Wait, does this game have two of these types of boss fights now I think about it? That one's going to charge. That one looks not happy. I don't even know if arrows would do anything to this thing. So, improvise. Oh, I didn't mean to grab onto that one, but I'll take it. Whoa. Okay. No, it needs to crush the thing. Woo! A bit close to that. Time to leave. Can I shoot it from up here? Oh. Yep. He's just going to keep moving. Yeah, this camp is pretty done for if it can just wrap its body around that. Can I actually get down from here? I can't. Just in case I need to. Nope. Stop its animation. Just shoot it in the gob. Oh, like that. There we go. Actually, I forgot that's actually how you fight it. You shoot it in its mouth when it gets pissy. Oh, did it just eat one? No! Oh, wow, that's cool, actually. You see it go all the way down. Thanks, Regina. I didn't know you were there. I'm glad you're here to help me, unlike Rook. Oh, that got a bit close. Oh! Oh! Oh, God! Oh, God! Pull! That is a really crazy, like, wiggle. Oh, my God, don't make me wiggle. Capcom, why? This generation. We literally played a Dead Rising 2 off the record, which also had so much wiggling and quick time events. And this game is, yeah. Oh, Rook! You know what? You just chow down on him, it's fine. Oh. Big sad. Yeah, Capcom really love quick time events in this gen. Resident Evil 5. I think Resident Evil 5, Dragon's Dogma, every MT framework game had a wiggle quick time event. When I think about it. What's that? Dead Rising, this, Resident Evils. Like, everything had a wiggle. Actually surprised how well... Oh, okay, it's really defense. Big defense on that. I need to sharpen my weapon with a whetstone, I guess. Nope. Ah, bomb. Yeet! Good throw. Oh, is that the head's gonna just pop off? Oh, time to shoot it. Oh, it's stuck in its... Yeah. Smite the Hydra's neck. Wait, I have to get up there? Maybe. Maybe this is a very stupid idea. Oh. Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. No, you just need a well-placed shot. Bam. You were lucky it ate it. Nice. Oh. There. Oh, it's that symbol again.
I am impressed.
Whoa, cool, blimey!
What did the lack of an idol doing here anyway?
What was that? What is the idol doing here anyway? Why are they all like... These idiots. Who hired these? Mercedes, a quick thinker, but like... Your hiring capabilities are kind of awful.
With judgment, swift footwork, impressive, truly. In any case,
oh yeah, because clearly none of your soldiers have that, huh?
I'd hoped to gather a larger force before leaving for the capital. But a Hydra's head and the Arisen who claimed it make up the difference amply.
Is any of you guys playing different classes now? Some of you are replaying for it. Like Prince, you're playing the Switch version alongside me as well, aren't you? You didn't play the PS4 version, did you? What, are you playing like a different class at all?
I cannot say what the past may hold. You will need your strength.
I think it was who said it? Oh, lovely gent earlier. Strider Prime was saying that they play the magic. Keep saying it, I want to say Mystic Archer. The Magic Armor and Magic Archer and Mystic Knight. I've heard Mystic Knight is really good. Is that dual-handed?
I dare say you'll have no trouble catching up.
Is it like a dual-handed sword that's like also a staff? Because I've never touched that class.
We'll meet at the Way Castle. Till then, I bid you rest well.
Oh, I get to do my favourite quest in the game.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
I've learned what to do in this quest.
I'll heal your wounds.
Right. It's time for Rook to say his goodbyes. Because we're going to change him out. So if we head to the Riftstone, chat, I can show you that online mode I was talking about. We're also level 5 now, which is nice. Hello.
Arisen, I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Jonathan.
This is known as Jonathan. I am a collector
Oh, he is
of
just known
items
as
from other
Jonathan,
realms.
just spelt differently.
All that I have, I am willing to offer you. I only ask a small payment
Oh.
of rift crystals in return. I attempt
I
to
don't
seek
remember
out
this guy.
rarities, so please take a look. Choose as you will.
Wow, I didn't remember this guy to... Oh, wow. You can buy stuff with rift crystals. Oh. I didn't know he sold you these. Black eyeglasses? Okay, it doesn't sell you much. Fair enough.
Choose
Couple of
as you
accessories
will.
and stuff.
I'm ever at your...
I assume some of them are unique. Some peddlers only accept rift crystals. They often carry uncommon items you'll not see for sale anywhere else. Your main pawn will earn rift crystals while online in other worlds. Encourage other players to enlist your minion. Hey! It's not a minion, it's a person. Just like me, game. Right. So, in the Void, what we're going to just call the Void, touching a stone allows you to seek and summon pawns and return to your realm. You may only hire 2 pawns in your party at one time. They can be discharged by speaking with them again. So Rook and Regina, does Regina just stay there? Yeah, okay, Rook's going to be... Yeah, so you can have a party of 4. I think you can hire 2. No, 3 overall, including your main pawn. You may only hire... Oh, no. Does that not count as your main? I guess not. So what I'm going to do is... Rook, get out of here.
May our paths...
No, mate, not. See you, Rook. And he walks into the Void. And now... we take a good, pretty look at everyone who owns the Switch version and is on my friends list. Hey, Jeff, I found Casca.
Yes, Arisen.
Let's have a look. So the Prince of Parties in the chat has a pawn called Casca, obviously a reference to Berserk. Level 156. What are these weapons, dude? Wow, I've not seen these. Did you... Wait, did you... Hold on. You played 15 hours. How did you get to 150 something in... What, how long? 156 in 15 hours. Sorry, 16. You power level? The encampment? Oh, so we can see roughly all the quests that she knows, but unfamiliar quests and anything that's story related, the game won't tell us for spoiler reasons, which is nice. Sapphire daggers, dragon's ire, and tunic. The cotton hosen. Golden lion padding. Sovereign's mantle. Oh my god. I speedran bit of Black Isle on hard mode. Oh, do you get better drops in hard mode?
If you should ever need anything else.
I guess you need it though, to be fair. Whoa. Holy crap. That is that's a man and a half. Hello.
Yes, Arisen.
I do need a mage. And you are early. So I might take something that's not OP. Who's...
Yes, Arisen.
I have no recollection of who you are. Oh, you're not my friend. Okay. You're just a random pawn. Who else is here? Fight another fighter. That's my friend Haru. You know what? You're a mage. What level are you? 14? 14 might be good. But I can also search as well. By going to the... If I head over to the rock and I hit search, I can search by whatever I need. So pawns by level, I guess. Wait, is this what I want? This is the menu I was looking for, to be fair. So this is same what we saw earlier. Favorites list. Search conditions. So if I want to look for a mage, I can go like that. Was I only in my friends list there? Maybe I was. Favorites list. Is it past summons? Pawns your main pawn knows. That's cool. Pawns by pawn ID? Oh, wow. Top ranked, special pawn. Is it top ranked? It might be this. It might be top ranked, actually. So, change search conditions when the game decides to connect. Mage. Wow, you can even search by gender. That's crazy. I know you could do that. And then you can pretty much go through... Oh, sweet. It actually does tell us the levels. So, if, like, pawns are cheaper, We can, like, pick this one, and it'll basically spawn them into the void. Obviously, some of these are... I have no idea what level infinity means. That's actually nuts. Let's get a little replacement for today. I won't spend too long on this. I spawned them in. Where are they? It says summoning. Oh! Something happened. Oh, look, there they are. Whoa.
Yes, Arisen.
You know what? You look okay. I like your robes, like the red. Level 9 rank. Rank's quite high for a level 9. Wow. How do you have a level 9? What? How do you have a level 9 pawn with this much experience? Creator's name. Level infinite is 200? Oh my god. How is there a pawn with this much experience, Jeff, at level 9? What is going on here? I guess we'll bring her with us. Though she might be a bit too, like, OP.
I fear you haven't enough.
Oh, I have no RC. So I can't do that. Okay, well, we're going to bring my friend's pawn with us. Yes, come with.
I am honored to...
I have 14 RC. No wonder I couldn't hire them. Consult history. So, yeah, the coolest thing is when I send this pawn away and I want to swap out party members, I can either send them with an item or just a nice little rating. Rented out, maybe? Possibly. And then updated as they played the game. That is possible. So yeah, that accessing server thing is going to appear every so many minutes, because it's just updating, obviously, the pawn system. Slay 2 seabirds. Do you mean seagulls? Phantasms. Are the notice board requests universal? Or are they different in each different area? I have a feeling they're all universal and they're the same everywhere. Defeat 3 Cyclops. I could just pick everything up, can't I? But now I have a busy quest list. Right, so for main story stuff, we need to head back out here where the Cyclops was, and we need to head to the little castle, little fort, because we're going to make our way to Grand Soren, the main area of the game. Tom is paying his pawns in RC cola bottles. Yo.
That terrible creature.
Nothing wrong with that. I'd take cola bottles right now. I think they're different.
It's been dispatched then? Thank. Hold a moment. Is Kina not with you? She was said
she is
to
not.
be in the village in search of art for your wounds. I thought you accompanied her.
Oh.
These are dark times for a girl alone in the wilds.
Oh no.
She might be off to.
I have no idea. A new area has been unlocked. Visit Casadai Pier at night if you want to see it for yourself, and if you want to die horribly. So no, I'm not.
The chief worries after Kina as well.
Where did Kina go?
She wouldn't attempt the forest alone. If another beast such as that Hydra were to appear.
Oh, she's not gone to the goddamn forest, has she? Oh no, I know the chief worries. Right, so is that the one in the forest? Reclaim the roads. Meet up with Mercedes is off with its head. Okay, no, I guess we don't have it yet. There we go. Let's make some progress. Now we can actually, like, the game gives us, like, a really decent chance to just kind of roam around the world, which is nice. Hey, and I can get a nice little view. I feel like I'm in, like, Wales. Oh, I remember that area. All the way over there, that's the Colosseum, right? So in that area, I do remember fighting a very cool enemy. Yo, what's up, Tenox? How's it going? Tenox, I've been streaming really early today. As you know, for any of those in my Discord, and have recently dropped as a follow, and if you have enjoyed what you've seen, dropping as a follow would be awesome, because we will be going back to Mass Effect 3 next week, and we'll be playing Spider-Man Miles Morales hopefully on Saturday. But you can check us out on the Discord. But yeah, updates to what's been going on. Obviously, I didn't want to force out a stream if I couldn't do like a big chunky Mass Effect stream. It's more I don't want to rush it. I don't want to have to rush and end it really quick because of work. Whereas with this game, it's a bit more likely I can do that. Also, with it being on the Switch, if I really have to go as soon as possible, I can hit suspend and just put the game into sleep mode. I mean, I guess I could do that on console as well, but I'd rather not do it in Mass Effect and lose my sort of place. I think it'd be very awkward, especially if we're in mid-conversation. Conversations are not too long in this game. No, they hold the advantage! Gotcha. I love that downward stab. Oh, these guys might be too strong for us. Yeah. I love how the game gives you a tutorial about reviving after you revive someone. Or I was just too quick for the tutorial to appear. I have to watch out for these big fighting dudes. Luckily, the good thing about Scarlet Kisses is it doesn't do that much damage, but it does stun lock. And that's what I'm wanting it for. Also, this is why we have a mage with us, because otherwise the game becomes a bit hard if you don't. I cannot move! Also, those elemental buffs on your weapons do more than you'd think. I should have also upgraded my shitty little daggers. Oh my god! No! Wow, I actually took it like a champ. You only took like about 20%. That looked like I would just insta-kill you. Oh, there we go. Yep, do the enhancement. It's also like one of the first things I feel like mages get in this game. Thank you, Regina. Did we get him? Is he dead? Hey, I did that better than I thought. The one thing I really like as well is being able to like climb on and mantle stuff, chat. I think that's one of my favourite things of this game. Just being able to do that. And climb up something rather than like repeatedly slide up it. Obviously it can lead to some very odd collision moments in the game, but I hope that becomes a mainstay in Dark Arisen 2. Oh, Dark Arisen 2. I said it again. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh! There's just one guy left. Also, I'd like to say that we're... Actually, no, it doesn't really matter about gender. It could be anything. Oh, there we go. Just wail on him. Good shit, Regina. Good show. Nice. I didn't even know you had the electric one yet. That's cool. Right, is that oil? Alright, I got some empty flasks. I'll take that. So that, chat, I can put in my lantern for when I go in a couple of the caves and such. Now, I do want to see if I can find some like decent equipment at some point as well. Whoa! Girls, chill. Synchronized jumping. Hey, wolf. Wolves hunt in packs. Should probably use my bow. I don't have to be all full force every time. Uh-oh. Wolves are goddamn quick in this game, but they're pretty damn weak, so not too worried. But I think they can drag you away. I think they have an animation where they can drag you away, and then that's where the wiggle happens. And the nice thing about this game is you never have to worry about arrows, I don't believe. I still don't think you do. Pawns in sync. I love the pawns being in sync. It's great. Attack! Her voice is so weird. I did it! I'm doing a stab! Yeah! There we go. Whoa.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Almost burnt my ass. Chill, Haru. Oh my god, that pawn's being attacked by wolves! Save that pawn! Hey, now it's burning. Nice. Fire arrows are pretty good. Oh, I need to get the skill for the dash. There's like a dash skill. Like a big ninja, big like stereotypical ninja dash. It's great.
What a draw. It is like the open space is about to reach out and take you.
What an open draw. There's just a wolf dancing here. Hey wolf, what's up? Good job. Oh, and off it goes. Oh, oh, oh! Bye, wolf. That wolf is dead. Yay, there we go. That's already that wolf quest completed. You pretty much get a lot. You can get like 2 or 3 of these if you look around just this area heading up to the fort. Oh, wiggle. There's so much wiggle. Get off. Oh. No, I got it. I got it. It's dead. Oh my word. She is capable. Oh, oh. That's awesome. I think it's like doing the cool moves yourself is really neat in this game, but watching your pawn just like do a sick move like that. You got turned into ketchup by the fishoids? Oh yeah. So what are they called? They've got, isn't it got like a particular name why you can't go in the water? It's like, it's a particular like, because it's not like piranhas. It's like, or is it just like mysterious evil force? I thought it had a particular name. Uh-oh. That other one looked alright. He looked like a knight. Just regular old bitch bandit. Oh shit, better get rid of you. No, get rid. Oh. Ow. I didn't know mages had launchers. Ow, ow, ow. That's going to kill me. I'm okay. No. Oh, I'm at 31. Oh no. I'm going to do the thing. Oh, that cured my poison. I didn't sort. There we go. Here's the wrong one. Desperate times come for desperate measures. I wasn't going to wait on that heal. Definitely makes sense to focus him first. That guy locks you in a, like, animation. Heal. See if I can get that archer there. If I can aim. Just hit him, Tom. Oh, it's so annoying trying to catch him. Stop running! Stop running! Oh my god, stop running. This is like when you fight an actual player in like Dark Souls and they do stupid jukes and for some reason you just can't hit him. He was just like slowly walking as well. It wasn't even like a run. What's this fuck I want to look out for? Oh, nice! Whoop, watch out. I'm actually gonna... No, that's equipment. I don't want that. Going to curatives. Hey, a carrot. Does that just put on my stamina? Yeah, I think it does. Oh, that guy. Oh, that guy. No, I can't get out. There's no way I could have got out of that. Christ. Oh, I've got to remember what I can and cannot fight in this game. I think I just hit retry each time, don't I? But I do lose my progress in whatever area I last loaded into. Oh no. I guess it's after certain fights. Cool, I didn't lose much progress there. If at all any, just apart from this one wolf fight. Okay, I will not fight them. I will fight them later. Because enemies are weird, they're not randomly spawning in this game. A lot of enemies do have set locations where they will fight you, which can become a little bit tedious if you're backtracking through areas, because you'll start to learn exactly where enemy spawns are. I think, which could be bad for some, or like bad for some but good for others. Because if you're looking for a particular item, like a wolf pelt, for example, you pretty much know exactly where you can go. Rather than saying, wolves vaguely spawn in this area, and then you're running around for 15 minutes until it spawns.
We could be ambushed. Stay alert.
Yeah, we could be, so I'm going to run up here. Don't chase after the wolf. What the? What is happening? Oh, they're attacking that pawn. I forgot they could attack pawns like in the open world. That's really neat. Whoa, chill. She's always really late with that. I love this. This is just mean. How much can I... Oh, yeah, I can do that for a long time. I'll get you. Come back. Chat, I'm going to probably take a quick break in a minute just to get a drink. My throat is a little bit dry. Kind of why I got a little bit silent in this bit. My throat is killing me a little bit. But thank you everyone for anyone who came from Toyas and you're still lurking. I really appreciate it. And even if you just stayed in for a couple of minutes just to see what my stream was all about, I highly appreciate that. So thank you. And thank you again, Toya, for that. You didn't have to. I massively appreciate it. It's funny because obviously it was playing Celeste. I was really tempted on the Steam sale to get that. I think the Steam sale might have ended by now. But Celeste is a weird one. I have to feel like in the right frame of mind to play a game like that because it's got that very Super Meat Boy trial and error sort of thing. Like very easy to die in, one hit kill thing. I have to be really in the right frame of mind for those kind of games. But I know it's really good, and I will touch it eventually. I don't know if it's worth ever buying it on PC over like any console versions. I feel like you play it with a controller anyway, so I feel like probably playing a console version is the better option. Hey, all these usernames today. Hello, Hairy Apple. Tell you what, I bet you were happy if you got that on Twitch, but when you went, I don't know, Hairy Apple, and the game went, yeah, the Twitch went, yeah, you can have that. I bet you were like, yes. How's it going? You come from Toys Raid, or do you just jump in now to see some Dragon's Dogma? To see me attempt to steal back my heart. The rock just fell weirdly slowly. That's how gravity works. Greetings, pawn on the road. Or innocent traveller. It is me. Hello. Well, she don't want nothing. She didn't care. Probably wait for that. Regina is looking sick. I'm actually super happy. I'm almost more happy with my pawn's design than my character's design. She's camera shy, look, see? She does. Every time I turn the camera, she moves out of the way. Oh, hello. Your trousers look hoisted way too high up. Aye, what? What? What?
Leave me be for now.
Wow. Just saying hello, jerk. Popping in. Quite a fan of the game. Awesome. Have you been playing since like the original release or since the sort of like HD remasters? I say remasters, they're kind of just bumped up versions. Although no, there wasn't an original PC version. It was only Xbox and PS3. Then the Dragon's Dogma version, the Dark Arisen versions on PS3. And then, yeah, then it came to PC way later. Oh, I actually don't want to head down here first because the fort is just in front of us. I decided to take an alternate path, which is a big alternate path. If I remember right. Ooh, that was a bad miss. Hey, my vocation went up. Sweet. What class do you play, Hairy Apple? Since PS3 release, wow. Yeah, I've got a little bit of experience with this game. I was saying earlier, my original experience was the playing the demo when it came out, then playing Dark Arisen when that version came out. That was when I first owned it. and then having 24 hours or so, and save corruption, because the 360 version of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen has really bad save corruption, and having to restart the game multiple times. The original version doesn't have that, luckily, but yeah, there is no reason to go back to those original versions. They are just worse in every way. Available quests will change as you progress through the game. Additionally, you can also consult quest section of the pause menu for your current objectives. People with red icons appearing over their heads have information relevant to your priority quest. If you have several quests ongoing at the same time, you can set one as priority in the quest menu on your pause menu. Doing so will make people, places, and we actually read this tutorial earlier.
Follow this road north and we'll hit Grand Soren.
Usually bounce between Mystic Knight and Fighter. Someone else, that was it. Like, earlier, Strider in the chat said that they played Mystic Knight. And all I've heard is good things about that class. And I never played it. It took me a long time when I was playing my original version to realise that there were, like, almost like advanced classes. So I could, like, I think I went into, like, Assassin, which was effectively, like, the upgrade of Strider, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong here, because it's years since I got that far into the game. I've restarted the game probably, like, 5 or 6 times now, but I've never got as far as that original first playthrough I ever did. Like I said, I never finished it because of the save corruption, so... At least there's new versions of the game now. And literally any version is better. Like, this version, I'm shocked how good this version is. Right, so this is going to start us on, I want to say, possibly the worst mission in the game. I don't know, there might be worse later on. It's just slow. It's a slow escort mission where we have to take this head to Grand Soren. But, before I start it and get through with it, I'm going to save really quick. And I'm going to take a I'll take a very quick break so I can go get a drink. Because my throat's starting to die and I can feel it. Like I said, today's stream will be shorter than most of my other streams. And that's the reason we're not playing through Mass Effect 3 today. Harry Apple, don't know if you have any interest or played a Mass Effect game. We're currently playing through Mass Effect 3. That's the first time I've ever played 3 particularly. But I've been going through 1 and 2 off stream. Because I played them originally back in the day, but I never finished 3, so we're playing that at the moment. And then on Saturday, I'll probably be starting Spider-Man Miles Morales, which will be our shorter game that we're playing through alongside. This is a one-off today, but I will say, if I ever need a one-off again, this might not become a one-off. Maybe we'll dabble in Dragon's Dogma a bit more if you guys are enjoying this. But I'm going to leave you with some of the Dark Arisen music over on this screen here. And I will catch you in a few minutes, so stay tuned. And then we'll be carrying on with the journey to Grand Soren. Stay tuned, chat. And I'm back. Sorry, I was trying to find a calmer track. And I was like, that's not calm. That's like ending a boss fight. I'm back, guys. Oh. Okay, let me turn my webcam back on and let's get back to it. Bam. Ugh. So like I said, this isn't my main game, but I have enjoyed playing this on stream. Like I said, this is my go-to if you want my sort of like big open world, I guess like fantasy Skyrim-esque experience. I would go to this. This is always the one I streamline for. Also, I saw Harry Apple says best mission in the game. I almost doubted you until I remembered how many harpies and how many hopefully voice dialogues we're gonna get of Harpy Arisen. So maybe it actually is pretty damn good. Also, you're probably hearing all the DLC music right now because that's the only bit of the soundtrack I have right now. But it's got a bit of both in. Anyway, let's swap over. I'm really happy with the Switch version because I've not played it that much, to be honest. I think I got to this bit on the Switch version. And I just didn't put much time into it. I bought it cheap. I was like, I'll play that at some point and like play through bits of it again. It's actually been nice giving myself a reason to go back to it. Again, like a lot of streams, it's really nice to kind of work through a tiny bit of a backlog or go back to a game that maybe I've not touched in a while. I'll need to update our finished games list, but if you guys have joined us recently and you're wondering what kind of variety of games we play, thanks, Haru. If you check down below at the finished games list in the About Me section, you can see loads of different types of games that we played on the stream. If you enjoy any of those, let me know. Be like, ooh, you played blank. I'd love to probably talk about it. Because there's some games that I've played that have been some of my favourite experiences gaming-wise. And I did it on those streams.
I trust you rested well, given the hour. The Arisen arose late this day, eh?
I felt like you barely could say Arisen.
We make for the capital, men. Like as not, the cart will draw beasts along the way.
Can you get Mercedes' cloak? Chat? Is that possible? I love the white cloak. I think it's really cool. There's a lot of the armor in this game is very... At least from what I've seen, is very, like... Would it be dirty? Would I say? It's very, like, grey and greens and browns. It's pretty strong. But, like, I really like Mercedes because she just has this, like, standout-ish white that I feel like I don't see too much of in the game.
The Duke will have no use for you dead.
Dragon's Dogma is definitely part of that 7th generation grey and brown era.
Question now. Let us go!
Let us go! Chill. No one else is shouting. Oh, gee. So that there, since Haru, a different pawn of a friend, has done this mission before, literally gave us a hint saying there are flying monsters on the path to Grand Soren. So that's one of those, hey, we're gonna give you a tip if that like friendly pawn has done it before. Stuff like that I think is really cool. Also, normally... Yep. Where? Can you see through the wall? Oh, my pawns are magical. I'm gonna get the bigger one at the back. Oh, wow. Cop this. Oh, wow. You guys are not half as tough as the ones in the overworld. Holy crap.
This pass is a nest for every manner of foul beasts, Sir Arisen.
I believe so, yes. If not, something real close to said cloak. Oh, cool. I wonder where. I'm assuming it's probably like endgamey stuff. Oh yeah, there they are. That one chilling, which I somehow can't hit. Regina! I'll save you! Silence the harpy song! Or whatever that line is.
On solid ground, the advantage is ours.
The advantage is ours. Good shit.
No, the advantage.
Knock them down. Although I kind of want fire. I don't know if electric's more If the electric's stronger. Oh, Regina got... Wait, who's sleeping? Mercedes! Wakey, wakey. Can I knock him awake like a Monster Hunter? Is that a thing? I need like a little tiny kick. Like the little like kick you do in Monster Hunter. Jeez. Sometimes you hit enemies and it's like, oh yeah, arrows do a lot. And then sometimes they don't do jack shit. I gotta get the sensitivity right. It's a little bit weird on this controller. Shit. Help, Haru. Haru. Please stop casting. I hope she's healing. Kick me. Do something. Thank you. I wasn't overdoing it. In fact, I was sleeping. Obviously, if you're on PC chat, you're probably having a way easier time. Regina, you're not allowed to die. Yeah, that was cool. When you do it and you sync it together, that's awesome. Right, they're going to come for Regina now. Yeah, I'm using like one of those like off-brand wired controllers. The sensitivity on it is a little bit weird on the sticks. So I'm still getting used to it. It's not too awful though. Though I wish I had one of those fancy dongles to just use like a different controller. Oh, that's an awful sound. I'm tempted to get one of those, chat. You know, one of those fancy dongles so you can connect any controller to anything. Because it would be nice to just use a PS4 pad. I mean, I could just play the PS4 version, but the portability on this is really good. Even though I have the PS4 version. But I have a feeling, since I'm not making... If I was making this a full playthrough on stream chat, I would play the PS4 version on PS5. It would be better. But... honestly... Since I'll probably be playing this off stream, I kind of want the portability. Yeet! Did I miss? I did. Wow, that was terrible. Okay, I need to get the blast radius right on that. Oh, yes! Yeah! That's awesome. That's better. That was like 4 in 1 there. Now we have a good shot of Grand Soren from up here as well. It is a cool introduction to the main city, I will say, this particular mission. You get a really good, like, set-piece moment up here. But yeah, it goes awfully slow. Now, while they do that, we can admire this. Sweet. God, this thing's massive. This is our big trophy set piece. Imagine mounting this to your wall. I like this is just our proof, really. Oh, wolf. It's a slippery target. I do say, if anyone does also own the Switch version, let me know, because I'm totally welcome to hire your pawns and stuff. I'm assuming a lot of people on different platforms, and I don't believe the versions have any sort of like cross-platform integration, with it being obviously like a port of an older game. But on the bright side, there seems to be like a lot of people playing the Switch version, so it's not like you're going to be, you know, finding a lot less pawns and not useful ones on if you're playing on Switch compared to other platforms. I assume most of them, mine's a bit over leveled. Are you on Switch though? Like I said, I was saying earlier, I owned the original 360 copy, which I normally place up here. I normally place my own physicals up here, but I don't have it anymore. After seeing it got re-releases on PS4 and then way later Switch, I just decided to get rid of the old one, since I don't want to have to deal with save corruption anymore in that version. There's 2 discs back on the old 360 as well, was Dark Arisen. I think it had a Japanese voice pack, which I think is integrated into this version. I don't know if they added the Japanese voice pack to this one. I'm assuming they did. And then it had a HD texture pack. But it was barely a HD texture pack. It was more the original game's textures. But they just couldn't be stored on the disc, so they had to make a separate DLC pack. If you played it without the original, without the HD texture pack installed, it was like when you load up an Unreal Engine game like Gears of War, and you load it and the textures don't load, and they have to load in. No, the textures just never load. Oh, it's this house. Right, guys, I want to check this house out. Because I know there's bandits. Regina, I'm going to let you go first. Wait, what? Was there no bandits here on this? What?
Behind us! Stand clear!
What? That don't sound good.
Don't stop! We're exposed here!
Rock! Oh, if I remember right, your pawns can just stand in front of this rock and get absolutely wrecked. Oops. I forgot I was supposed to defend that. Probably should have just thrown a pawn in front of it. Oops, that's half of it gone down. It'll be fine. Oh, at least you're on Switch. That's cool. Oh, fuck! Ow! Shit, I wasn't ready for that. That was amazing. I didn't know it dropped in that exact spot. Well, at least Tui took the brunt of it. Not the cart. That was like a jump scare. I wasn't ready for that. Am I supposed to just look out for them? They're not going to always drop on the cart itself. Because otherwise that's bullshit. I'd never be able to aim up there. Hello. Get ready. Harpy! There it is. Oh, I gotta account for bullet drop, for arrow drop. I might turn up the brightness ever so slightly, because even in some of the lighter areas, it's still quite dark. I don't want to turn it up too much. Whoa, I'm jittering. What's going on? Oh, yeah, okay, we really have to defend the cart now. Jesus. I miss having a lock on. I don't think the game has a soft lock. I think that's the only problem actually with Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, okay, Dragon's Dogma 2. You were talking about that, Brant? Soft lock. Or at least soft lock or hard lock on enemies. I'll take a soft lock. Though tell us how to use it. Don't do FF15 and actually have a hard lock. Actually, I'll take a hard lock, but don't do a hard lock and not tell us how to do the hard lock. That's the one thing I always have to tell people while playing Final Fantasy 15 is I love that game, but there is a hard lock in the game that most people I've told just never knew it existed because the game never tells you. And the only way you would know it is if you played the original demo. The episode The Sky demo. I can't fucking hit this thing. I think I need to change that sensitivity. I am flailing around like an idiot. Is that just camera aiming sensitivity? Does that count as well? Save. There we go. Like I said, chat, I think I'll be going for another... I'm going to say another 30-40 minutes. And then I'll have to come off for work. Like I said, today's stream is shorter than I normally go for. But on the bright side, I was glad I could get a 6.5 hour stream out on Mass Effect 3 on Tuesday. So at least I didn't feel like I did a short Mass Effect stream and then couldn't do one for until another week. Also, chat, like I said, I don't know. I'm going to check Steam. Is the Steam sale still up or is it gone now? I put in my Discord earlier that some of us are going to be finally getting together to finally play Friday the 13th, the game. Oh yeah, Steam sale's still up. So we will be playing that again at some point. If you guys have picked that up on the Steam sale, let me know. because at some point we'll be getting some people together, even off stream, for some games on that. Because we were trying to the other week and the servers went down, and that sucked for a lot of us, especially when it was live on stream. Uh-oh, that's not good. So yeah, if you were planning to pick that up and come play with us, like if you were part of the community and dropped us a follow recently, yeah, it's like only £2, for like £2.80 right now in the UK. So much fun on private matches. Goblins! Oh, I love the goblin with like the almost like the dustbin lid on his front.
There, goblins.
Definitely want to upgrade these weapons after this, because they suck. I should be able to get the... Do I get the fairy stone soon, by the way, Hairy Apple? You might have a better idea than I do. Is that it? Has everyone else got them? Oh, we should put... Saying it's getting dark, I didn't realise how dark it actually was. There we go. Nice. Is there anything up there? Can I actually... I don't even think I can go up there, to be honest. Oh, I can't go down there. It's an invisible wall.
I'll take that.
Mercedes having problems. Mercedes is going to push the cart by herself. Go on, Mercedes. Oh yeah, and also pawns will just make these like cool little... Some of them will know facts about the area and be able to give you hints, which is always nice. I prefer that than reading a big text log and grinding the game to a halt.
Stay vigilant till we're in Grand Soren's gates, man.
More goblins. They're around here somewhere. Get him, Regina. Nice. Kick! The best bit is getting kills and stuff in the mid-slow-mo moments like that. Nice. And I remember being a bunch of... No. I remember there being a ton of goblins in a bush close to Grand Soren. Wormwood sap. Can't remember. There's also one that heals your stamina and... Yeah, it's this bush. I think there's one around the corner as well, but I can't see very well.
Monsters arisen. Ready yourself.
Here? They're around here somewhere. There they are. I'm just basing that off knowledge that I remember. There we go. There's normally a big pack of them. Oh yeah, get me up. I didn't realise that was all my stamina. Oh god, don't kill the thing. I don't actually know what happens if that thing goes down. God, I hope those zombies don't spawn. Does this heal it? It does. Ooh, cool. I didn't know it did that. Oh, okay, now I'm a lot less worried. Ooh, that was scary for a second. I wonder what happens. Oh, do you have to do the entire thing again if that goes down? Oh, that'd be horrible. Zombies? Oh. Mercs? I can see a camp there, but I can't see any mercs. Oh, there they are. Oh, got the... Ow, I got knocked out of the sky. I need to get out of that. I definitely should have got some better equipment for this. Can't wait to get to Grand Soren. Meet Haxton. The bro himself. Also, I just realised, yeah, there's a bunch of knights with us now. Actually not running away from enemies. They're taking a beating. Ow. Keep falling on my ass. I love how you're like, oh yes, you must be the legendary Arisen. I can't believe it. And it's like you're wearing just rags and you have rusted swords and there's all these people with like actual, you know, polished swords and stuff hanging around. You look like a right chump. He's clearly around here somewhere, but I can't see him. Those guys were taking a beating. I can't see shit. Regina is... oh, actually surviving. Nice. Nice. Sweet. Cool. Alright, let's go. Back to the car. I feel like Haru's gonna heal me now. So if I can place the heal next to the car, then it'll just heal that. Oh, there's the zombies. Need fire! Haru! Yeah, thank you. There we go. See, that's the convenience of having a pawn on your side that knows what they're doing against certain enemies. Because especially zombies in this game, zombies are like, you do no damage unless you have fire equipped. I wonder if Mercedes can die in this mission. Nice. Okay. I was actually dreading this mission, but it's, you know what? It's been okay. I think that's it. I think we're good. There might be one more blockade here. Like in this little, like, crossroads bit. No, I think we're good. Yeah, I think this is all road to the end. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for someone to say it. The master will. Oh! I forget that that alert scares the crap out of me. So loud. Devilish Otaku and friends, hello. How's it going, guys? Howdy, howdy. Oh! Hi, guys. My name's TopTom924 and I've just jumped off a bridge. That sounded like a jackass start. Hi Devilish, how's it going? How is everyone? Also, welcome to everyone who's from Devilish Stream. If you don't know me already, I'm dumb and I make top dumb decisions. Swap it round. I'm Top Tom and I make very dumb decisions, as you just saw. But you know who doesn't make dumb decisions and isn't making issues, isn't having problems like us? It's Devilish Otaku down in that link below because he's playing Witcher 3. Do you know what? You know what a good decision? Probably playing Witcher 3. I don't know. I've never played Witcher 3. I've watched a lot of it from other people though. How are you? I tell you what, that is a big undertaking, dude. You started it today, right? And it's your first time ever? Those games are hard. Please do not put me at the beginning of this mission or I'm going to die inside. Please.
Let us go.
I'm gonna fucking lose it. Hold on. Hope you saw me scream into a pillow there. Not normally like this, chat. At least when you die in the mission, you don't have to go back 20 minutes of gameplay. Can't fucking believe I just did that. Oh, that is the most upsetting dumb moment I think I've ever had. I don't have much time. It did. I was just jumping around and just jumped off.
Quite the grand structure. A way closer, perhaps. Allow no monster to approach the cart.
But it's nice to see you guys anyway. Oh, fuck me. I'm so annoyed. I can't tell you how long this mission goes on for. Why would you design it with no checkpoints? What the fuck? Ah! That means that if that thing dies, you have to do it all over again. This game's amazing. Devilish, I have a feeling you've probably touched this game before, right? This is like literally the worst. This is the worst stream it could have happened on as well. Oh, I'm such an idiot. You played this, right, Devilish? I feel like this game is 100% up your alley. But yeah, hello anyone from Devilish Stream. If you did join us and have played Dragon's Dogma before, let me know. I'd love to know. But this is a one-off today. We're normally playing Mass Effect at the moment. We're currently going through Mass Effect 3. It's my first time ever. And I've been thoroughly enjoying it, and it's ended up giving me the longest streams I've ever done, and I've been having 7-hour streams of that game, and it's been an absolute time. I originally played Mass Effect 1 and 2, but I never actually finished 3 back on my original 360, so I'm finally playing it now in the Legendary Edition, so I'm completely new to it. So that's what we would be doing today, but since I'm working in a little while, not very long, I'm working like just over an hour. I've decided to do a one-off since I didn't want to have to almost like stream and run. So my one-off today was to play a bit of Dragon's Dogma. I thought I'd be getting to Grand Soren, but I'm a moron and jumped off the bridge. But hopefully, I don't know, because you can't really get through it any faster, I guess. How do you speedrun this? In the speedrun mode, does it cut this mission out? Because there's no way you can speedrun this.
The pass is treacherous, Master. Watch your head.
I haven't, but I did see you playing it. I'm like, this is my kind of game. Oh, yeah, it's... Oh, you like Berserk, don't you, Devilish? This game just straight up just big Berserk energy all over the place. You like Berserk, don't you? Nope. What's your method? Is there a speed method? Can you run all the way to Grand Soren and just hit move? Like, hit the, like, door? That'd be amazing if you could do that. I would super do that right now if you told me that. Like, I guess on a slow bit, you just run. Would actually be fantastic. I mean, you'd lose out on the XP. That's the worst bit. And there's a lot of XP because you do go through a lot of mobs in this area. But you'd be able to skip the slow-moving truck, which means that you could just go through this area on your own time, which would be a lot better. I wonder if they'll make a reference to it in Dragon's Dogma 2, because I know a lot of people don't like this mission. Yeah, no worries, that's totally fine. Don't worry, I might be gone by you get back, depends on how long your lurk is. Like I said, I'll be finishing up in maybe 30 so minutes. I'll press on the stream. I was going to finish at 6, but I want to beat this mission and just be like, screw you, I beat this mission. Also, I just want to play a bit more. Luckily, my work's only up the road, so it's not a massive rush. Unfortunately, I won't be streaming tomorrow, chat. I am working in the evenings again, and I'm working normally at the time I do start my streams, so I can't really have an earlier stream neither. Why can that do damage? Oh my god. Haru, heal me now. I need to take damage. Shit. I can't believe that just did like 90% of its health. I guess if you're a mage, you can just do it manually.
Shoot it down.
If I take damage from the harpy, will that work? Oh my word, this level is becoming this mission actually becoming the bane of my existence. My stream crashed mid-mission. Oh no. Oh, just the stream itself, not the game. Okay. Your internet just have a problem? Oh, that sucks. Hopefully you weren't too far into the mission. Hopefully you weren't at the end of this kind of mission. Oh, it's annoying. I knew I'd have to do this mission today. I can't believe it does not have a checkpoint. That's crazy. I can't believe there's not a checkpoint in the re-release. Yeah, Devilish, if you ever see any of this, obviously before, I know you might be lurking now, but if you ever see this and enjoy it, any version of this game is pretty good. Highly recommend checking it. I'm playing the Switch version now, and it is great. Okay, Big Rock, that thing's gonna die. Now you know they're weak to fire. That's true. I already knew. If I throw Regina in front of the rock... Sorry. It's literally there waiting for us. Look at this. This is dumb. This is like Indiana Jones goofy bullshit.
Behind us! Stand clear!
There he is. There's the trigger. Regina! Save us all! Yeet! Heads up! No, wait. No. Don't heal her there. No! No! Get her over there. Yes, 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 yes. No, heal the thing! Wait, what? Does it not? Oh, it doesn't mission end. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's... Oh. Oh, my heart. My heart almost stopped. That was awful. So you just heal it? That's good. I guess if you don't have a mage, you can't. I'm not going to get hit by that random rock again. Where was that? I think we've passed it. I love throwing your pawn in front of that rock. It's great. Sorry, Regina. You understand, right?
If we're to journey for
I'll put this on now, actually. There we go. Bit of light's not a problem. You actually fire a lot higher than I think you do on that first. Oh, I think it's a lot less accurate than a single shot. I need to get the roll, because I'm pretty sure the roll has... Oh, 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 get off. That could have been bad. I forgot they could do that. I like how the harpy taps her in the back and she's like, oh, they have the advantage. Why don't she cast me with fire instead of electric? There we go. Oh, popped her in the head. Yeah, that worked. Whoa, she is screaming. What is... Oh, it's a wolf. I love how she says it like it's like her attack. Right. Oh, I didn't even see that wolf there. Whew, okay. Progress. Yes, healer's next to the cart. Yeah, there we go. So I'm assuming, Harry Apple, you can't charge for Grand Soren, right? I wonder if you can, like, stand in the way of it so it just pushes you automatically. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just AFK a bit. Yeah, what is there a speedrun strat to this? How did I miss that? Oh, oh, oh. Skip. I know that's the lever.
There must be ultimate that will open the gate.
Oh, wait, I don't want to throw it at the thing again. Oh, that got it. Oh, I can't get him. It just keeps making a noise. Can I hit him from the side? Oh, I can. Right. Oh. It doesn't keep your levels if you retry, does it? Was I level? I thought I was level 8 when I got down here. I've just leveled up to 9. I didn't think it kept your progress. Maybe it does. Oh, air combos. I do wish there was more air maneuverability stuff in this game. And maybe there is. Maybe it's a different class. I can get the helm splitter at some point, which is a sick looking move.
We're not far now, men.
Just don't jump off the bridge. Don't be an idiot. I can't remember if you can. There's a way to separate those. Heal? Oh? There is a way to separate those and pick them up, I think. Now it's on no life. Can it not die? Maybe it can't.
Good. We've come this far safely. Stay vigilant to Grand Soren's gates.
The moment she says safe. Goblin! Oh, tell you what, this quest 2 in 1 day, twice in 1 day is enough for me. I feel like I've got through this a little faster at least. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's, oh, from the bush. Oh! Why can you hit the cart yourself? Why can you deal damage to the cart? So, I guess that's probably why it doesn't mission fail you outright. I wonder if it did in the original. I wonder if that was a Dragon's Dogma, like a Dark Arisen thing. Oh yeah! Triple! Yeah, definitely should have gone back to Casadis before I started this mission. I didn't realise how prepared you had to be. Because these feel a bit more like the overworld goblins that definitely have more life than some of the main, well, early mission ones. Now heal me over here. There we go. There's the mercs. I think they come from the right hand side. Be vigilant, men. Oh. Please go kill that guy. I love that third hit that literally gives you like that slight bit of airtime. I just wish you could do more with it. Oh, I thought he disappeared. The grab animation just happened. It looked like he, like Skyrim bamfed out of existence. Nice. Oh, they're not dropping all those coins back last time. I'll help you, Mercedes. Let me at him. Down he goes. I'd still love to see your pawn though, Hairy Apple. If you guys have this on any other platform as well, let me know. And if you're in our Discord already, that Nightbot is so lovingly put in there, and you've dropped us a follow, join our Discord and send me your pawns in the live chat. option because I'd like to see them. Brant sent me one earlier, so I've seen some ones. And like I said, if you have a plan to get Dragon's Dogma in the future, I'd probably recommend getting the one your friends have. Only so you can hire their pawns if you want to as well for your adventure. And be able to help them out by sending them items and stuff. Zombies. Repulsive. And they gave me electric. As you can see, chat, electric does jack shit to these things. And they gave... Oh, no, wait. They didn't give Regina it. They're using fire, but gave us the electric buff. 10 out of 10. Help me! Just give me the fire buff, damn it! She's doing no damage. Great, Regina got it, I didn't. No, get off! Bloody pawn. That's it, they're getting fired after this one. Right, don't jump off the bridge, Tom. Keep walking. Keep walking. Do not jump off the bridge. We'll try it again. Thanks, Devilish, for that lovely... Wait, hold on. No, you know, just replay the... Hold on. I was at this side, wasn't I? Take 2. Oh, God, it's Devilish Otaku. Oh, jeez. Thanks for the raid, buddy. That's great. I'm not going to jump off this bridge. For those of you who don't know, I'm not going to go through... I'm not going to go through the streamer speech. It's not happening. You don't need to hear me shill my channel again. This is how it was meant to go. You saw an alternate timeline where I fucked up. So when I click my fingers like this, different timelines. Right, we're back in the normal one. I'm making that a new bit. Every time I screw up, you're in an alternate timeline. If I click, fixes the problem.
A Hydra's head is a fine prize. His Grace will be pleased with the cause work.
Devilish, that shows you how close I was to finishing that level. To finishing that mission. That close. That's what I had to redo.
Walk proud through these streets, men. We are heroes.
If you buy this game, don't die on this mission. You're not allowed. Yeah, see? It's bad. That's literally almost 20 minutes. Actually, no, I think it is. I think that's a straight up 20-minute mission. Bad. It's literally it's one of the early ones, but everything else is kind of fine beyond this point. And that one's like, it's not even bad. It's just slow. It's an escort mission. But now we are at the equivalent of the capital city in Oblivion. We're at Grand Soren.
Pray, sojourn in the capital a while.
Is it just me or the voices are really low? I did scream into a pillar. Hey, there's my character. Oh, look at that guy on the left. That guy's giving me a really creepy look.
Fortune smiles upon me.
Hey, Mason.
Well met, Sir Arisen. I am called Mason, if it please you.
You have to bow. I'm literally wearing rags. This guy is wearing smarter clothes than I am. And he's bowing.
My word to you, begin with the pawns. Inquire about them here in Grand Soren. Their kinds woven...
Oh, so yeah, we can go see the, like... It's almost like the pawn hub. The items you have received have been distributed to you. Your main pawn and item storage. Yay! So this actually gives us a lot of stuff. I think I just leveled up as well. So yeah. Devilish, I don't know if you know about the pawn system at all. I assume some people have probably told you about it before. It's really good. If you've got any friends that own this game, like, grab it on the platform probably they own or they play it on. Because being able to... You can effectively just recruit AI control characters of your friends, main companions that you can make yourself using the character creator. I feel like you'd have some fun with that, especially with your little with your community, like especially like your little group with like, I don't know if all the names have just gone out of my head. That's really awkward. The name's just boop, Bunny. I don't know if Bunny, for example, if Bunny's played this, or Shiro, any of those. Hello.
Are you the arisen the men of the core speak of?
Aslam.
Plainer air than I'd expected.
I'm gonna be here a lot because this is like the main inn.
Forgive me, I spoke poorly. I simply imagined the sort of figure pulled right from legend. Pray, allow me to begin anew. I am Asalam, and this is my inn. Though we deal in a number of traits here, I hope this is the first.
So this is where you can also change your classes as well. You can change them at any inn in the game.
Oh, you wish to learn of the Pawn Legion? Then the shortest path to the
So that's, yeah, that's the west. We'll go see that. Grand Soren's Pawn Guild. There we go.
It is a gathering place for their kind.
Which is cool because when it connects to the internet, even if it doesn't, even if you play completely offline, you'll still be able to gather pawns. But having online internet pawns is cooler.
Just tell the sentries you have business with the guild.
They just have more you can do with them.
Have your pick. Any you like.
Anything you like. There we go. I was waiting for that line. What will it be today? Okay, so yeah, using the discipline currency, we can either gain new skills or swap classes, and that's obviously goes for Regina as well. This is like I guess like a default fighter outfit, so they give you these like, this is what you could look like sort of thing, which is really nice. I like how that gives you like almost like a preview of what you could look like. So we've unlocked Warrior now, which I'll be really tempted to give Regina here. The Ranger and the Sorcerer. Now, we will unlock mixed classes later on, like the Mystic Knight, which is a magic, I guess, like a magic fighter class, like cross. The Magic Archer, which is obviously a magic and archer cross. And then I think there's a Strider one as well. So they kind of all have, like, mixed versions, but you get those a little bit later. Or you just get more advanced versions, like a Strider here can become an assassin. So it's like a better Strider, basically. Right, oh, there's Mystic Knight. So apparently this is really good. Sword, mace, and staff. Magic shield. Oh, that's cool. I've never been this class, but everyone keeps saying it's really good. Assassin. Swords, daggers, shields, bows. Hybrid vocation. An expert at covert attacks aided by the mastery of a variety of weapons. Oh, so I guess that's fighter and Strider. My bad. Magic archer. And I think that's it for now. I don't know if you can unlock any more. I thought you had to unlock them, but I guess they're just here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to learn some skills really quick. I'm just being mindful of the time. I got about 15 minutes left, chat, and then we'll have to go give someone a lovely raid. I wish I could keep playing, because if I did have the time this evening, I definitely would. See if I can. I'll set up a. Make sure I know who I want to raid. I'm either gonna. Oh, I might send you over to Ed or Peachy today, because I know they're streaming. So let me get those streams up really quick. Right here. Okay, they're ready. Right, so yeah, basically with these classes, there's a ton of abilities you can pick up. Obviously, there's some go-tos, which this is just an absolute definite. Biting Wind is basically a dash, like a sprinting dash with your knife, and you can literally jump between enemies like really quick, which is super good. So definitely starting with that. Creates a firework explosive into the fray that stuns enemy foes. I have not actually used that, I don't think. Toss and trigger. Step in front with a blade strike that sends the target aloof. Aloft, sorry. Additional button presses throw and detonate a store of powder. Huh. Cutting Wind, an advanced form of Biting Wind. Oh yeah, so you can get those and then literally they gives you an option to upgrade it straight away. Snare lightweight foes, pulling them to the ground and incapacitating them. Oh, is that like a draw? Like it draws them in to a center? Oh, the helm splitter. This one's dumb, but it looks sick. Sprint. Leans in and dashes towards with blades drawn, ready to perform further feats with additional commands. That's more expensive, which makes me think that it's pretty good. I'm going to get it for now, might as well. While I've got the points to do it. Obviously, yeah, I can also spend on everything on these. That's the rain arrows above move. Core skills. I forgot there was all these. Oh my god, there's so many. Decreases recoiling after firing your bow. Ooh. Enables you to clamber cliffs and other terrain more quickly. Extends the limit of your stamina. Oh, yeah, that's a definite. Especially with a lot of the Strider's moves. Reduces time to knock next arrow. Sorry, my camera's in the way of some of these. Performs a swift double strike, topping off with a whirling slash. I guess that's just an attack. Oh, there you go. It says hold X. Oh, here we go. Here's our button commands. Hold X. Ooh. I don't want a hold X button. Right, I'm gonna give Regina these for now. We don't have too much time, unfortunately. I feel like starting a mission might be a little awkward, but I will head over to the Pawn Guild, I think. I do believe there's a mission in there, but that might take me a bit longer than 15 minutes. Deflect controlled fall. When knocked over, press B at the right moment you land. Oh, right. I think I'll look at that a little bit later. Right, so I just have to equip these as well. Oh, she starts with shield summons. Need to equip mine. Oh, I want to see the dumb helm splitter. Hold on. Oh, I'll equip that other one later.
What will it be today?
Okay.
Pick any you like.
It does cost 500 to rest, but that does save our game as well.
What will it be today?
And stay until morning. So pretty much it does access the server every time. I think it refreshes all your pawns and stuff every time it does this. So just in case you don't see a pawn or something you expect, best thing to do is rest. So it'll do this little loading screen here. And it's good if you need to go to... because certain quests can only be done at night, and there's a lot of them that can only be done at night. Your followers returned from assisting another arisen in another realm. What? Oh. What? Did someone use my pawn? Oh, cool. I guess, yeah. A trusty... oh, cool. So, I think on my previous save, before I redid this one, obtain the experience and items of the pawn. Oh, whoa, whoa, I can choose what I want. Ooh, that's nice. Stellar performance for the price. Ooh. So I can just take any of these, but like some of my friends used my pawn while I was away, and it refreshes it every time you rest. I'll take that, actually. Oh, you just get everything. Okay. And my pawn knew... oh, cool. But I think this was my previous save. I'm kind of surprised it's done it on this one. This was sent to item storage. Your pawn equipment has been changed.
It was quite a learning experience.
And then it accessed the server again. Oh, cool. So yeah, someone sent back an actual like armor set, which now has been moved to my storage. I can actually equip my pawn with, which is great because that saves me a lot of money. And it gets my pawn some decent gear at early game. See? Pawn system's great. 10 out of 10. Like I said, I hope it comes back in Dragon's Dogma 2, but I think that one of the reasons they added the pawn system in this game, well, sometimes this doesn't take this long, but One of the reasons they added the pawn system in this game was because they actually wanted to implement online co-op, but didn't have the time to do it, which is why I think there's an online infrastructure already here. So I guess they used what they did with that and created the pawn system instead. Maybe due to time constraints or engine limitations. I feel like there won't be engine limitations considering they used the same game engine for this as they did with pretty much every Monster Hunter game. So yeah, Devilish, if you was wondering, this game literally runs on MT Framework, like most Capcom games did. And it actually shares animations with a lot of monsters you've probably seen in World and some of the earlier Monster Hunter games. Because there's straight up just animations from it. Mainly the bigger beasts, and when you are fighting a bigger beast in this game, definitely feels like Monster Hunter. When you're connected online, your main pawn attributes will be uploaded every time you rest at an inn. Your main pawn you create can travel to other worlds online to assist other players in their travels. These adventures can result in new knowledge, items, and equipment they bring back when they return. Your main pawn will gain boons earned in other worlds at the inn as well. Visit often to keep current on any developments. Oh, so I can speak to them. They've got something to tell me. Oh, she's super cool looking. Right, he's gonna tell me about the inn.
What will it be today?
So I can withdraw. So are these some of the DLCs? This might be some of the DLC where. Yes, I think it is. Set of ladies trekwear. Oh, that I know who that is. That's an actual character. Oh, it's a nun outfit. So yeah, that's what we got given. So if I give that to Regina, she can actually wear that now.
What will it be today?
Change equipment. Regina. Legs. Cotton hosen? Is that what I've got on at the moment? I guess it is. Yeah, there we go. Wow, how much did that go up? Holy crap. Yeah, that was a big improvement. But she's looking a bit better now. Now we've just got to get some stuff to match it, because it looks a little bit off. But that's not a big deal. We were also given a trusty sword, which I won't be able to use. But she can. And a cool looking shield. Oh, I like that. That's alright. Almost like a weird crescent moon shield. I'll take that. So we can actually probably get rid of these or sell these. But first, we're going to go to the man himself. It's Haxton. Here it comes.
These days,
or Caxton, sorry.
different than food or shelter.
He's going to do it. He's going to say the line.
Oh, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. There we go. It's pretty good. And you know what? I feel like the Masterworks all, you can't go wrong, might actually be a decent place to end for today. Like I said, it is a short stream. I don't normally do this kind of stuff.
Have dealings with the armorer here for some time to come.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Haru. Jesus. I wish I could show you more of Grand Soren, because we got a castle up here, a bunch of side missions, almost the slums. Well, we got the fountain. There's a little bar over there. Our main shops are literally with Caxton there, and the.
State your business.
Yes.
Guild, is it?
Oh right. God, you have a weird baby face.
Just don't make a nuisance of yourself, eh?
I love how they do that animation, even they got a shield on them. So yeah, this is the pawn guild here. So like pretty much in a few seconds, we'll see like a bunch of pawns just start spawning around. Oh, there you go. You get a good view of the castle there. Yeah, look, there they are. They're all popping in. So yeah, pretty much any of these characters around here, they're all wearing the princess gown because you can get that from just owning the game. It was DLC originally. Yeah, they'll start spawning around and I can just pretty much go up and hide. Well, okay, he's an NPC. But yeah, I think in a bit I can start doing it. This gentleman here gives us a mission. And, yeah, we can go down there for another mission. But unfortunately, I don't have time to do that today, and I wish I did. Chat, if you've enjoyed today's stream and you want to see the future endeavors of me playing Mass Effect 3 and soon upcoming Spider-Man Miles Morales, which we'll be putting some time into. Do drop us a follow, and I'd love to see you guys again. Like I said, if you're interested and want to see actually more of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, you can let me know in our Discord as well, with the link down below. Because, like I said, I don't mind playing some of the, like, everything I play on stream. I do really want to play myself, unless I really don't like it. Which doesn't really happen. I'm always happy to like play some stuff if people want to see it come back. But Mass Effect 3's been doing well, and again, thank you for everyone who's been turning up for that. I also like to say, really quick before I end today, thank you Devilish Otaku and Toya for those amazing raids. That was super nice of both of you. I really appreciate it. Devilish made a frustrating but hilarious... I made a frustrating and hilarious mistake because of the raid, because I was too busy talking. So I'm kind of grateful for it in a way, because it was actually kind of hilarious. So I don't mind that sort of stuff. I'm also going to make myself look less of just a random, I don't know, street urchin with this outfit. But yeah, I won't mind playing a bit more of this on like maybe a second one-offy kind of thing. But I'll be getting back to Mass Effect hopefully next week, if not on the weekend, because I think I'm working Sunday, and I have been putting off Spider-Man so many times because I've been playing other stuff. So I do want to start it, because I know it is short, so we'll get that sorted. But we're going to send you off to someone just as lovely. Now, I think that person... Okay, that person's raiding, so we're not going to raid them. But I'll tell you who I can send you over to. And we've sent you over to them many a times. But I think I might send you over to Ed, because he's playing Nier, and he did raid us the other day. I want to support him myself, and he's playing Nier Replicant. He's playing the Japanese remake, if that makes any sense. It's the Japanese version of Nier, the original, with the brother and sister stuff going on. So if you appreciate Nier and want to see some of that remake, stick around, because I'm going to send you over to him. If you have a sub to my channel, you can use TopTomR to bring up the raid alert, the little raid inkling. Like I said, emotes are still on their way. Just bear with me, I promise. I promise I am doing it. And if you want a raid message today, for those of you who don't have a sub, or just want a raid message in general, we're going to use... Okay, I've got it. I know what to do. Okay, today's raid message chat, if you want to copy and paste it, is going to be Bread Arisen! It's weak to fire! And that's my best... That's the best, I guess, impression I'm going to do of that. So, Bread Arisen! It's weak to fire! Is today's raid message. You want to copy and paste that and surprise Ed. If you enjoy the stream, drop him a follow. I'll show you'd appreciate it. Chat, I will see you guys probably on Saturday for Spider-Man Miles Morales, and more Mass Effect will be coming the moment I can, and I'll let you guys know in the Discord as well. Like I said, I'll catch you later. Have a great evening, guys, and I'll see you soon.